Okay. Thank you. Okay, hold up. Before I thank the demon for whatever the fuck that is, good morning, everybody. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what fucking year it is. Being female's unfair. That's my update. Thank you. Fuck. Crispy, thank you very much for a tier 2 for 31 fucking months. Holy shit, that's a really long time, and I appreciate you. Jesus Christ. Kunguru with the goddamn 5 months. We're almost at a baby. We're cooking. We're gonna eat that bitch. Long pig for dinner, bitch. Thank you for the resub with that Prime sub. Don't forget to use your Prime subs. You don't have to use them here, but for fuck's sake, for Satan, use them. Dog hair on my mouth already. It's happening. Oh my fuck, what happened? Najio resub for 4 months. Najio, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an 8 of swings, being an awesome human. I appreciate you. I need to pack a bowl, but I will cheers you. And then a fucking demon, an anonymous gifter, kicked us into a fucking hype train. I don't deserve this, and I don't know why that happened, but thank you. Gifted, an anonymous, blip, blip, 5 gifted. Yep. Words are hard. Liz Gizmo, Cranfu, Finfile, Ty B, and Little Ellie, you're all butt wizards of the highest order. Please go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing in this world is sexier than pure consensual everything. Thank you. Jesus. I appreciate you. Good morning, Rob Insomniac. Good morning, everybody. If I missed you, good morning. Good morning, Mickey. Always coffee. I actually still haven't gone and bought coffee as I'm drinking fucking Dunkin' Donuts heated up in a microwave because that's my life right now. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I suppose I'll start by saying I'm so sorry for not being here for like 3 days in a row. I got my period, and it sucked a lot, and I just had a lot of pain. That's it. That's all I got. Being female is the worst thing ever. Like, give me a dick any fucking day. Ugh. I tell my daughter and my wife all the time that women get a raw deal and it 100% sucks from a biology standpoint. Man, Zach says this, like, it's such a weird, man, yes, 100% agree. It's the most fucked up shit. I was thinking about it yesterday as I was, like, rolling around in fucking effervescent just pain. And I thought, like, to myself, I just had this weird thought, like, it's such a fuck story because it's not just, like, what the fuck is this song? It's not just the cramps and, like, just the pain from being female that fucking sucks. It's, like, the guilt that, the rest of the world's going on, and you've got, like, this invisible creature inside of you trying to maw you from the inside out. And so you go through, like, at least for me, the pain, the cramps, whatever, they come in waves. So, like, it's not like being kicked in the balls and just, like, hurting constantly. It's like, I'll be totally fine. I'll be sitting here, like, for 15 minutes and be like, oh my God, is it gone? Is it gone? Oh my God, is it? And then it's just like a wave and your body starts to break out in cold sweats and the whole thing. And my legs go numb. And then I'm just sitting here like, oh my fucking, why? And then it goes away for like 15 minutes. And you have this like 10-minute period where you're like, am I okay? Oh, just kidding. And then that just goes for days. And it happens all night long while I'm fucking sleeping. That's the worst, is I can't sleep. I honestly, like, if I could just somehow get a hold of a painkiller that lasted longer than 4 hours, I could sleep. But I can't because I wake up all night long and I literally have a bottle of Aleve next to my bed and I wake up and I'm like, and I just lay there in pain until I pass out again. It's disgusting. It's stupid. I know I'm bitch about it all the time, but that's all my life's been for 3 days. It's just like fucking shit. And then you take so many painkillers, you get a painkiller-induced ulcer. I don't like being alive. But I cleaned my bong. Good morning, Rod. Good morning, Taco. The insult to injury just being a woman opens you up to 1,000 more fuckery. It's so weird. I was telling Zach about this. I was talking to Zach about this the other day for some reason. It is, like, obviously I can only speak from a woman's standpoint, so please don't feel like I'm saying, like, women have the worst deal. I don't, like, it's just that it's the only point of view I have. But, like, it sucks. It's like, Just sucks. All of it sucks. You never have a moment of reprieve. It just sucks. I have like, it just sucks. It's like you have like 3 weeks where you're cranky or ovulating or your boobs hurt, but you're not bleeding. And the whole time you're just wondering, like, am I pregnant or am I about to get my period? And then you get your period and then you're just in pain. And then the cycle just starts over until you die or go through menopause. It's really fucked. It's just so stupid. Bodies are dumb. They're incredible, but so dumb. And I was looking, I showed Zach a video. If you guys didn't know this, a uterus, it's literally like a 3-inch chunk of flesh. It's nothing. A uterus is literally nothing. It's so small and insignificant in your body before it holds a baby. The fact that it can take me out and I'm 6 feet tall, like $170 on a good day, is amazing to me. Like, I've been punched by people before and not gone down and been able to punch back. I don't encourage fighting. But my uterus, on the other hand, fucking krypton. That's a horrible copy of that song. Horrible. Anyways, how are you guys? I'm tired. I love you too, Trekkie. If dudes rolled around in pain once a month, I guarantee it would already be solved. Or there would be a law to take those days off. I worked with a girl who got fired for taking a day off for a period one time. I don't get as much pain as I get a super heavy flow and worry about leaking up. That's my little sister. Or she's my cousin, but she was raised with me because her parents are shitty, so I call her my sister. My sister Joshua was the same way. I was telling Zach that. I'm like, like I get cramps and those fucking suck. I love this song so much. This is really hard not to pay attention to. I get cramps and those suck. But my cousin Joshua, my sister, when we were younger, she would go through a box of tampons in a day. I mean, she just would bleed and bleed and bleed. And at least I barely go through like nothing. I'm the opposite. Like, I get cramps for nothing. Whereas that bitch, like, she would just, like, her bed looked like the Chinese flag in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And it just sucked. Everybody's got a shit, right? Good morning, BDO. How are you? Oh, Trekkie. The boob stuff's honestly the worst because I sleep on my stomach. So, like, when my boobs get sore and swollen, I have to sleep like this to, like, protect them. When this song comes on in a grocery store, oh my God, that's perfect, though. That's perfect, though. I do. I encourage fighting. I don't think it solves anything. I think the type of people that are hell-bent on fighting don't fucking have a rock to stand on. You know what I mean? I've never started a fight, but I'm happy to end one. Thrilled to. And for some reason, being big means people like to come at me for some reason. I don't know. Even girls. I've been hit by one guy. Hit him back. Don't worry. People don't hit me. But girls, for some reason, love to. Are you giving me attitude? And I'm like, who are you? 12? I don't fucking know. But I'm here to end them. If you need me to, I will supply such a fucking service. Oh no, Jill, are you excited? No, BDO, I have been out of commission for 3 days straight. Hence the shit. Hopefully I can go soon. This was a bad one. It was just bad. I don't know, man. It just sucks. I hate my body so much. We would sing this song at my high school volleyball court and intimidate the other teams. Oh my God, that's beautiful. My volleyball team used to play Marilyn Manson for our warm-ups. That was a weird time. On my heavy days, I bleed through an ultra tampon in an hour, plus crippling cramps all week. Not even kidding you. That was my sister Joshua, and I'd take cramps over that any day. Like, at least I'm not going to the bathroom every 10 minutes for fear of bleeding out my ass. And that's every female with a uterus is so different in terms of, like, their period and shit like that. Mine is just pain. It's just so much crippling, like, sweaty pain. I have ended many fights, right, BDO? I mean, I kind of think, like, as a tall, so BDO, correct me if I'm wrong, and anyone else in chat who's one of us abnormally tall people, have you ever not known a tall person to start fights? And I'm not saying all short people start fights, but I've never known a tall person to be a fighter. ever, other than professional fighters, because we don't need to. I don't get it, but I've had multiple tiny little. Are you pulling attitude? You look at my man, and I'm like, I don't. Who you have a man? Are you what? No. Who are you? Yeah, happens to my best friend too. She used the Diva Cup, a heavy flow pad, and still has accidents. Yeah, I would not. I'd rather die than have that. The cramps are pretty terrible though. But then I don't know, man. I just feel like I was telling Zach, I was like, I feel bad for him because he has to just like be around me for these 3 days. And basically, what happens is someone commented yesterday because I tweeted a picture of my bathroom. I was cleaning things, of course I was, because that's what I do. And someone said like, you how are you moving? I'd be in bed. I cannot sit still when I'm hurting. I'm incapable. Like, unless that pain is literally incapacitating me, I can't just lay in bed and hurt. Like, I don't know how anybody can do that. I like move constantly to try to take my mind off of it, I guess. So I clean the living fuck out of my house. But as I'm like pacing around my house, walking in circles, every like 10 minutes, I just basically bend over and just like stand and hold myself. And I'm like, oh, fuck it all, fuck this, why? And Zach just has to like exist around me. And I feel bad for him because if I was in his position, I'd be like, oh my God, what can I fucking do? You look like you're gonna die and you're begging for an ice pick, which I am. I feel bad. And he's like, no, there's no way. You definitely have it worse. And I'm like, I don't know, man. That's got to feel weird to watch your significant other for 3 days, once a month, forever, just like beg to die all day and night. That's a lot to take, in my opinion. I would feel that would be, I don't know. It hurts. It sucks both fucking ways, really. Have I got a new product for you? All natural, easy to obtain to safe self-dosing quantities. It's capable of rending most pain. Oh, yeah. Meh, an actual quote from a satisfied customer. Man, my cuz got super faded after he broke his finger and he just finished out his workday no problem. Never even had to go to the dog. Get your weed today. I want that strain. You're getting some wax? Do you know what strain wax you're going to get? Or like what kind? Are you going to do like shatter? Are you going to do sugar or one of the fucking million other types? Oh, you got a tooth pulled? Boo, Nick. I'm sorry. Ooh, have a good meeting, Rod. Big people don't start fights. We have nothing to prove. That's what it is. I don't know what it is. I mean, you guys know I have a very short brother who is, I mean, he's in and out of prison like a dick on prom night, like for just being feisty. And he's like 5'2". He's just that way. Like when we would move to a new house, when we would move, because we moved a lot as a kid and we went to a new school, he would find the biggest guy in the school and just clock him. I mean, literally walk up to him, drop his backpack, and clock him to like prove a point. Granted, my brother did clock and floor them. Like he's actually quite good at hitting people in the right place. But why? I've never like, he's he's absolutely one of those. Oh my God, he's 4 years older than me and he's a fucking child. He's just, to this day, he probably still does the same thing. I don't know. It makes me sad for him though, because like, it's just because he's short. He's gorgeous. He's arguably the most attractive of all my siblings. All of it. Like, he's beautiful. And he just is a pissy little bitch. Mayo, half alive. I might look a little pale. I'm lacking some blood. Good morning, Viata. No, it's okay, Viata. I was an hour late just because I'm fucking exhausted. Literally. I was, this morning, like, I was walking around the house, kind of felt like I was on a boat. I was like, oh, I gotta calm down. It does suck, but partners fall into the trap of it happening so often, they becomes numb to your pain. I don't think Zach will ever. I mean, he's so empathetic. I don't think he would become numb to my shit. I don't think so. Not really. Oh, I'm excited for you. I don't know what burns. That's actually a good question. See, Nemo, if you're still around, what is like the best form of dabs for an e-nail? Like, what's the best bang for your buck? Or if there is one. Panic mode, really. It is. It's straight panic mode. For tooth surgery? Oh, boo. What kind of tooth surgery? Like, if I decline to fight you, then I'm the bitch. If I kick your ass, then I'm the bully. Literally. Honestly, BDO, I don't think he could reach you. But he did clock a 6'4" dude one time. And I'm not bragging for my brother. I'm just, honestly, I'm impressed. As much of a piece of shit as he is, it's impressive that he can, like, reach that. I don't know how he does it. My brother is literally a chihuahua. Yep. My brother Corey is a human embodiment of a chihuahua, but beautiful. Like, he's gorgeous. I just don't understand why he's so pissed off all the time. Happy Day of the Dead. Bury a bone. Burn a log. I can't stand that I got my period on Halloween. Like, what kind of fucking bullshit fate is that? Good thing spooky season goes through January 1st. I'm sure the rest of the world would have been disappointed. But I continue this shit forever. That was fate punching me in the face. I'm 6'3" and I try to find the middle. Oh, absolutely. Nick, I would never initiate violence. I will respond. Like, I hate it. I mean, my brothers and sisters, like, we're all a little violent. We've all got a little bit of a physical streak. We grew up watching wrestling and we would wrestle outside and beat each other up and all this stuff. So I do have, like, I kind of like it. But I will never, I don't want to go there. Like, but if someone starts harming me or someone I'm with that I care about, I'm going to end it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to end it in whichever way you choose for me to end it. Essentially. And I will make that very clear. I'm like, we're going to end this argument no matter how you want it to end. But it'll end. Let's go. Look in my nipples, because that's where your eye line is. No shit, CJ. You gotta watch out. Worst ass whooping you ever got was from a guy half my size. That's my brother. He's not a little dude who just has an attitude. He actually has, hurt people. He's an ass. I hate it because my wife's in terrible pain and overflowing and being powerless. That's exactly, like, that's why I feel bad for Zach Kuhn. Exactly. Like, and he's like, stop. You're not gonna make this about me. I'm like, but I feel that. I get it. He'd clock me, I'd laugh, I'd hurt him. Yes. Probably. Honestly, I've never seen him around someone your height. So I don't know what he would do. I've been in several group fights, and in my experience, the silent ones at the back of the group are the ones you need to look out for. The ones that don't want to fight, right? Because they know they can finish it. Spooky season never ends. It's true. It's facts. What better day to gush blood? I'm not even kidding, Viato. Like, the jokes going through my head. Because I had literally just run out of my clotting blood that I use to do makeup. The irony was not lost on me. The iron-y. Oh my god, it's just so punny today. I can't. I'm going to smoke pot now because Najeel asked to cheers like an hour ago and I forgot. Cheers. I think I ground up. I did. This is from last night. Gax movie. Big shocker there. Don't worry about it. Oh. Halloween season starts on November 1st and ends on October 31st. On Halloween 31st, Katie. On October 31st, 100% agree. Yes. It's just there's a lot less kids the rest of the year. I didn't get one trick-or-treater, by the way, and Zach and I were so perplexed because I decorated the house and left the porch light on, and then we realized that Scott used to live here, and he probably handed out toothbrushes and lettuce, and everything made sense again. A good BHO can be in the mid to high 80% THC and can come in a variety of forms depending on clarity and stability. Shatter is obviously the most stable, but you're typically paying for the flavor of the week tax on the product of the same clarity. Oh, no shit. Interesting. There you go, Najio. If that helps you pick your strain of choice for your new e-nail. I would feel completely safe with you. I have a slight learning disability and sometimes can't figure out when people are trying to be toxic. I am the accountability buddy of the night, Nick, 100%. And if I go out with people, like, I don't drink for one thing, so that helps. But I don't have much in terms of self-preservation, but when it comes to people I care about or people I'm with, I will do like Kun and I will chew eyes out. You know what I'm saying? Like, my friends will not hurt if I'm present. I will be there. Cheers, everyone, with whatever this is. I think I know what it is. That's some fucking pure shit. That was a clean hit. I cleaned her. A good full plant press is good too if done with a cold press. I've heard cold presses, like cold processing of dabs or whatever you want to call it, extract is always the best option, is always going to be your best bet because heat tends to burn off the THC. Is that right, Sinimois? Like when heat is applied to extract something, some of it's going to be burned out. Whereas the colder it is, the more likely you're to get the most of the THC, right? That was a big hit. My voice went real low on that one. Jesus. Seriously, Jay, I'm glad. I mean, I was kind of bummed. What happened to trick-or-treaters? Are people really thinking there's like fentanyl in the candy? Are you really alive though? No. The body provided me with all the fake blood I needed. Hope all is well. Hello, Bullwolf. How are you? I am getting there. On another note, I heard you like Jordan Klepper. Yes. And was wondering if you saw his last work, the one that just came out. Maybe. I watched part of one this morning. Is that the one? Because I kind of want to watch it with you guys because it's so fucking sad. Sad in terms of like, you're going to shit your pants at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, hold on. Do you guys, I would love to watch it with you guys. So Jordan, if you're unfamiliar with Jordan Klepper, he does a show, I believe it's affiliated with the Trevor Noah's show, right? Which he's leaving, but is that it? The Daily Show? Is he it's affiliated with the Daily Show, right? Just to give people background, I watch all of the late night shows, so I fuck them up in my head all the time. You had, oh no shit, we had about 300 kids at our house this year, but that's actually lower than the last few years. I am so jealous. I literally live 2 blocks from elementary school and I still didn't get trick-or-treaters. I blame Booby, the crazy person across the street that screams racist shit all the time. I didn't get any. I had the lights off and a party-sized pack of candy. Oh my God, did you guys see all the videos of people stealing candy and like porch cams catching them? It is. Okay, thank you both. So Jordan Klepper is associated with The Daily Show, which Trevor Noah's on. And what he has been doing, we've watched him a couple times on my channel. What he does is he goes around to actual like Trump rallies and Republican rallies. And he has this type of personality where he can interview people and not be confrontational. And I really, really like that. Like, I am obsessed with it. I don't know what it is. He has this personality or something where like the people, you know what I'm saying? Like the people at these rallies, they don't hate him, even though he obviously is there to question their beliefs and stuff. They're very willing to talk to him because he's not like, what is the word? Confrontational, I guess. I don't know. He's not an ass. He's really good at what he does, right? What the fuck? My camera just tried to update. Not today, bitch. Good morning, Kelty, my love. Do I like wolves? Yes. Who doesn't love wolves? If you do not have a favorite animal other than dogs, no one can top Millie and Missy. Facts. Dogs are the best thing in the entire world. I mean, honestly, it's really hard as an adult for me to say, like, I have a favorite animal. I love so many for so many different reasons. It really depends on the time of day. For most of my life, my favorite animal that I've been obsessed with is rhinoceroses because they're real life unicorns. But with some chub, which I can totally identify with. But honestly, like animals, I love dogs. Like if I, go to the pet store and I see spiders, I don't start crying. But if someone walks by me with an adorable dog that comes up to me and I'm allowed to pet it, chances are I'm going to start crying. Joy, it's pure joy. I can't control the pure fucking, I just wanted out of them all. I love dogs so much. But I did cry when I saw a rhino for the first time. I love hippos too. They're fucking precious. Murder machines. Man, it's hard. It's hard, but I love rhinos. The real unicorns do have curves. I love you, sugar. That's so good. I'm gonna keep that. But yeah, that's a hard one. That's a really hard one. I just love animals. The animal world in general. There are so few animals in the world that I don't love. They're just they're I can find something kind of cool about most of them, even if they're really scary. The only ones I fucking hate are like deep sea, giant tentacled jellyfish shit. Those can fuck a dick. Don't like those. But they're fascinating. I mean, I find them fascinating. Oh, I'm very excited. Who doesn't love a dog? Dogs are the best. I don't understand people that don't like dogs. Ooh, Bolt V. Oh, just started break. I'm doing better. I'm fucking exhausted and my head's killing me, but much better. Thank you for asking. The few clips from Jimmy Kimmel's show, one of the owners saw it. Yes! Yes! One of the owners. Oh my God. So if you guys, before we watch, I've got your guys' clips. I got one from Nick Tastic and from Najeel, and we're going to watch Jordan Klepper immediately after that. But if you didn't know, most people these days, their security stuff comes with a camera. Cameras are real cheap these days. You can get really like very cheap not dash cams, but back front door cams and security cameras for your fucking security very cheaply that connect to your phone, and you can just like watch the video on your phone 24/7. And I believe who was it? It was Jimmy Kimmel. Was it Jimmy Kimmel? Yes. On Jimmy Kimmel's show today, he showed doorbell cameras. That's what they're called. Thank you. Doorbell cameras. He showed a ton of clips of people, like adults, just adults, which was really unfathomable to me. Adults with their children walking up to a porch, taking the bowl of candy left out and just dumping it into their kids' like candy bag and then walking away. So many of them, but one of them, the people were actually home watching the camera, or I don't know if they were home. Can you like speak through those cameras? I don't know what they did, but they straight up were like, hey, can you only take one piece, please? And the lady with her son is like, oh, we were looking for peanut M&Ms. He's like, no, I just saw you take the entire bowl. Oh, yeah. And then she just dumps her kid's candy back in the bowl and walks away. What the fuck is this world? Also, most of the kids with thieving parents were all dressed as Spider-Man. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Hello, Jose. How are you, love? I love dogs. However, small yapping dogs. I just wish they weren't yappy. I don't understand why they have to be. I've had small dogs and they weren't yappy. Seeing big cats at Ren fairs is such a double-edged sword. I feel the same. About the Ren Fair in Maryland has an elephant, a couple well, it's like a local place, comes with their elephants and a camel, and they let people ride them. And I'm the exact same. Like, I feel so fortunate that I'm like 2 feet from an elephant and I'm watching them and I'm just like, oh my God, these are fucking elephants. But in the same token, like, they're painted and walking in a 60-foot circle all day with children on their back. And it makes my heart real. It's the one thing about Ren Fair I hate. It's the only thing. I fucking would die for Ren Fair. I miss Maryland Ren Fair more than anything. I might actually just fly to Maryland next year just for Ren Fair alone. I miss it so fucking much, but that is the one part. Like, I can't even look at it because to me, that it's not cute. It's weird. It is weird to me. Like, I'd rather them just have the elephants in a natural enclosure, where we could just look at them, not painted up and following a girl in sequence. It just is weird. Hippos are you can be a savage killer and be cute. Haven't you ever seen Ted Bundy? Hippo of the humans. I'm telling you, it's real. Ooh, I'll be here all day. However, when I go between our building, I lose stream. Also, I'm only audio, like usual. No worries. I may miss follow-up weed questions. No worries. I'll just shout out you. I'm good at that. America, I'm gonna get mine. Fuck everyone else, literally. I remember watching a Vice video with the interviewer doing the same thing with the guy you mentioned, talking to people on the right and all. I think the feeling you're looking for is what the people were describing as one dude said, they think we're stupid. Yes. I think that's exactly. They think Jordan Klepper is stupid. fake delivery parcels that are honey traps? No, but that's amazing. Did you see the one kid that dressed up as fucking Homelander? Oh, that's fucked up. However, if you've seen The Boys, the scene where he's trying to get his kid to fly and pushes him off the roof, and the kid just goes, ah! I made Zach rewind it 3 times, and I cried laughing. I fucking wheezed. That's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Ever. Anyways. You hate stinging things, babes. Wasps, hornets, etc. Rightfully so. They don't count as animals. But you're right. If it can sting me, a bee, well, honeybees, not really. Hornets, wasps, mosquitoes, ticks, bedbug, flea. Go on. That one nudibranch that lives, it's a sea snail, but it has like a dart that it shoots out and stings people's feet. I don't like that either, but I like all other sea snails. Yeah, yeah, no, you're right. Yep. They don't count. Dude, the MD Ren Fair is just fucking something else. Here's the thing, though. Maryland has a Ren Fair that is a part of the state. It's literally like a carved out portion of the forest where there's, it's like a village that is just abandoned the rest of the year. And then for 2 months of the year, they inhabit it and live there and construct things. And Maryland, like the state of Maryland, the state sport is jousting, my dudes. Their state flag is the only state in America to still be a crest, or what is it called? Heraldry or something. Like Maryland really embraces Ren Fair. So their Ren Fair kind of is their identity. So I kind of get why it's literally better than anybody else's. Shade thrown. But also it's an obsession. Like they're really fucking into it. Stove up. How are you? Thank you for resetting the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it a swings. You're beautiful. Thank you. I'd give it another chance, Zach. I'd always give it another chance. I I don't like to be a dick. Um, it felt more like a carnival than a Ren Fair, which made me sad. I don't want to go to a carnival. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here for a fucking carnival. Hello, Anna Jean. How are you, my love? Ren Fair's an obsession. Good morning, Mismo. How are you? But Wolf's just gifted. Oh my gosh. Well, there's your permanent permit. Cut and run. Thank you. I was gonna try to find that Jordan Clipper video. I'm excited for this one because this is like, I mean, it's if you've never seen him do these interviews, they're kind of sick. I don't know what's another word for them. Disturbing. Well, Zeke, I was thinking about that this year. Like the whole fact that Colorado has their Ren Fair in the middle of summer kind of it ruins it, just flat out. Because never in Colorado in August is it not going to be 90 degrees. Who the fuck wants to wear a corseted dress in 90-degree weather? Or the man dress, whatever the fuck that clothing is called, with the poofy things and the tights and the shoes and the poofy. Like, no one's going to fucking want to do that in August. No one's feeling Ren Fair in August. Why would you do that? But that's what they do. It's like the end of July through the middle of August or something. It's always going to be a fuck story. Like, no one's going to want to do that. Whereas, not that Maryland's better, but at least that's the only other one I have reference for. Maryland's goes through to Halloween. Halloween weekend is usually the last weekend of Ren Fair, so at least it's cooler. I don't know. That was one thing I kind of have thought, like, who the fuck wants to go stand outside in the sun in August in Ren garb? Like, where's the Ren garb for that? What did they do? Like, wool? Wet wool? I don't know. I have no questions, but it just seems kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Find the shittiest day to go. You know what I mean, though, Zach? Like, I'm not hating on it. I will always give it another chance. But I just got ads. Oh my God, how have we been live for an hour already? How has this happened? I feel like I just went live. Fuck. Damn it. Ren fairs are amazing. I mean, honestly, the Colorado Ren Fair is really cool, but like Zach said, it was so fucking overwhelmingly packed with people. And I think Scott did it on purpose, but he brought us on a weekend that was like bring your kid weekend or something. So it was just strollers and children everywhere. And the overall feeling was just different. And again, I can only come up with the reason is because of the heat. Because the Ren Fair I'm used to, 90% of the guests are dressed up in Ren garb. You know what I'm saying? Like legit Ren garb. They walk in that way. Like the guests are sometimes better decked out than the actors that are constantly putting on plays throughout Ren Fair. And this one that we went to in Colorado, I think only people being paid were dressed. I don't think I saw, I mean, maybe one or two. I think we saw one or two pretty cool costumes that were like extravagant. But other than that, it was just people in street clothes. So the feeling wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like it takes away the atmosphere of it when it just felt more like a carnival. It was just like a ton of people with their children in street clothes with some bagpipes playing in the background. It was just different. But I'm always willing to work with it. Dude, the first break always sneaks up on me. It fucking gets me every time. Well, I never mean to play music that long, but squirrels! I'm gonna get a gun. Or the ad. I'm sorry the ads happened, Anna Jean. I didn't even realize we'd been live for an hour already. That's my bad, and I apologize sincerely. Oh my god, CJ, shut up. Yes. The Minnesota Ren Fair is like middle or end of August through Labor Day in September. I think that's kind of similar to what we have going on here. But it's just so hot. Like, I don't want to be outside in 90+ degree weather ever for anything. It's too hot. Like, even in the shade, it's miserable. I don't know. Seems like a terrible time to have Ren Fair. Just my opinion. Especially in the desert. Like, the fuck? We're in Colorado, for fuck's sake. What are you doing? I feel I try to catch them. I will, Anna Jean, you know me, and anybody that doesn't know me, if you're just swinging by, I will never do anything interesting if ads start rolling while we're chilling. Like, ever. I don't believe in that. Like, you shouldn't have to pay for entertainment. Fuck that shit. David. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings for so fucking long. God damn, 47 months.
Damn.
Thank you. That's a really long time. Energy, that's kind of the way I've done, like, ever since we were first, year 2.5-ish, no, 2 years ago, we were all offered, like, those exclusive contracts. Some, not all of us, but some streamers. And I talked to my stream about it, and I was like, would you guys, like, would 3 minutes of ads an hour kill the content? Like, would that make you not want to come here anymore if it gave me an additional boost of income every month? And people it was overwhelmingly like, Katie, don't be a fucking idiot. You get up once an hour, just fucking walk around anyways. So I try to take a break when they run because I don't like them. Nobody likes ads. They suck. That's the way Arizona Ren Fair is. We have a built Ren town and more goers dress up than workers. It's kind of dope. Ours is in February through March. See, and that, I feel like that would be a good time here, honestly. Like spring. I haven't lived here long enough to gauge when the fuck spring is. I think we have snow that time. I think it'd have to be a little bit later. It'd have to be like April, May. But that'd be a great time for Ren Fair. Because it's cool enough. Because, like really the epic Ren garb, so Ren Affair garb, especially, at least, I mean, personal experience for women, is corsetry. And so you're already sucking your body in and restricting the expansion of your lungs. And then to put 90-degree heat on top of that canvased boned corset restricting your breathing of your lungs to the point where you're heating up because of all the layers, and then you can't breathe as much as you should be able to let off a lot of that heat. It's you can die. You can literally die. Don't do that. Don't fuck with that shit. And always get professionally corseted for sure. Do the MN Ren Fair in January, February, and you can have a king in the north. Dude, that would be cool here. Ren Fair in the winter? I would go to Ren Fair in the winter in 2 seconds. Are you kidding me? Like fur cloaks and drinking mead to stay warm? Fuck off. Winter Ren Fair would be so cool. Why hasn't anyone done this? Nobody knows. That would be amazing. Yes, let's take a break real quick. Get it out of the way so no one else gets ads running randomly while we're talking, because the shit's bullshit. Perfectly fine with the ads as long as the streamer takes a break at the same time. Nothing ruins the stream faster than ads right when the action happens. Exactly. I'll stop a game. I've stopped a game literally if someone like in chat is like, "Oh, fucking ads running." I'm like, "Nope." Because that's not fair. I mean, it's almost like paying $8 for a check mark on Twitter.
By the way, if you end up paying Musk for a checkmark on Twitter, I am judging the fuck out of you. Just an FYI.
Anyways. But yeah, I agree 100%. If I'm wearing a corset, where will my turkey leg go? God's pocket. Hello. Why else were we given this strange front butt? Nobody knows. Break time, motherfuckers. Every couple of hours, I try to take a break and stretch my legs, run an ad to get the fuck out of the way so people don't get ads in the middle of our conversation. I found the Jordan Klepper video. So when we come back, I have a couple funny clips the chat shared, and then we're gonna watch Jordan Klepper, and you're gonna pee your pants. You're gonna pee your pants. I mean, it's a lot of the conversations we have here in stream every day are what is going on with the world, what happened to these people's brains that they think this way and we think this way. And this is going to not really answer any questions for you, but more just you're going to be like, oh. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, and I don't even have big boobs. Like, I've got basically some sternum with some like sacs going on here, but God's pocket. And when you put a corset on, God's pocket becomes very firm. I have a picture of myself actually hanging on the wall over there with a turkey leg in my hand that Zach had painted for me because Ren Fair is my happiest place in the whole world. It's not in my boobs. I was holding the turkey leg, but turkey legs are delicious. Anyways, break. I'll be right back. I kind of forgot what I was doing. I'll cheers when I get that little cat. It's perfect. I was just sitting here kind of hypnotized by it for a minute. Oh, life. Oh, it's a bear? Oh my god, I thought it was a kitty cat. It's because it's so long and thin. Bears are usually portrayed as having a belly. That's on my bad. I noticed the bear ears now. Oops! It still's perfect and moves really well to the song, regardless. Median house price near me is $310K. I've never actually looked at what the median house price is around me. I think they're not bad though. We're kind of in the area of Denver, like North Denver, where it's still reasonable. But I know if you drive 15 minutes northwest towards Boulder, the house is literally, it's like the county line. They go from like 400,000 to millions, 3 million, 15 million, and they're the same house. Like it's these little bungalows. It's just living in Boulder. It's crazy what people will spend to live there. Okay, we have clips to watch and then Jordan Klepper. Let's take a hit and give people a chance to get back. Where are this one? Yeah. Okay, what is the new one? Is it the Jordan Klepper returns with America Unfollows Democracy? What's the name of the new one? There's so many of them. Should I just go to the Daily Show and look up a new one? Good morning, Heltar. How are you, love? Holy shit. First sub. Wait, Heltar, I'm your first sub ever.
Penetrate that asshole.
Fuck yes, and thank you for that resub, love. I appreciate you. That's awesome. That's really cool. I feel so special. Ooh, something crazy you learned today. The biggest medical teaching in the world is in Havana, Cuba. No shit. I wonder why. I didn't even know that. That's interesting. Oh, thank you, Bolos. I'm just going to copy and paste that. Yes, this. Oh, Katie, wrong monitor. Nope. Katie. Thank you, Bolos. I appreciate you. Hell yeah! Oh, I'm so excited. / really nervous. He actually gets to sit in with the not Proud Boys. Who are they? What's their little group called? There's another white supremacist shit fuck group. Hi, Tom Hills. How are you, love? They actually like let him sit in with him on in a meeting with them. I mean, I'm just really excited to watch this with you guys. I've just seen bits of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. Oath Keepers. Thank you. It's the Oath Keepers. I haven't seen the whole thing yet though, so I'm excited. But let's watch well, should we save? So I have 2 TikToks from Najiel and Nicktastic. Should we save those as brain bleach for afterwards? Yeah. There was a squirrel, to which my dogs lose their fucking minds. So I have to climb down the hill and drag their 80-pound bodies up it, and now I'm tired. Big dogs, man. Sorry, let me turn the volume down. Did I turn it down? Okay, I did. Sorry. Ugh. What the fuck? Sigmoid Drill just gifted subs? The tit? Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm so out of breath. Thank you. Thank you, Sigmoid, for gifting 10 subs in the channel while I was dragging my dogs up a hill. I appreciate you. Sinister King, Cecil Gimli, Guidel. I apologize if I say your name wrong. I probably will. Steffi, Mad March, Shamazing, Random Sock, JJ the Dragon, Big Bill's Universe, and Treebling. You're all about wizards of the highest order. Please go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And remember to say thank you. Thank you. Oh my god, our dogs, it's like their hunting selves kick in and they can't not obsess over it. So now that I've dragged them up and there's just like this fat squirrel sitting in a tree in my yard taunting them, they're just going to sit by my back door and stare at the door. Like they'll just nose against the door and wait for 2 hours until my next break or until Zach takes a break. They're obsessive. They fucking love squirrels. And I personally do not like hurting animals. Like I get sad if I accidentally step on a potato bug outside. However, I've gotten to the point where I would hand mangle these squirrels to death. You know what I'm saying? Hi, LZT. How are you, love? Welcome back. All right, let's continue this. I don't want to. This video is actually painful. Like I am in physical pain from it. It's just so much done. I love Mummy Dust. That whole album's really good. What one is that? Is that Infantissimum? I never remember. I'm really bad with the album names. I've heard poodles are amazing hunting dogs, and they're incredibly smart. It's just crazy when their hunting instinct kicks in. It's like, you know how when you pick up a chicken and you like do this, but their head stays in the same place? Like that's my dogs with a squirrel. I can pick them up and carry them up the hill, and their head just stays like a rock, like on this squirrel. It's so weird. Laser focus, right? They remind me a lot of greyhounds, honestly. Ever since I've gotten them. Oh, I know. On the East Coast, people made fun of me so much. They're potato bugs. Potato bugs. Do you want to know a really fun word, Anna Jean? Okay, I'm going to give you a cool word. So, like I gave you a chance to answer. So I actually raise some really exotic potato bugs or roly-polies or wood louse. I don't know. There's a million different names for them. But on the West Coast, we call them potato bugs. And if you notice, there's a good number of potato bugs out there that have like a little skirt around their main carapace part and that they don't roll up. They stay kind of flat to the ground. And then there's a type of roly-poly or potato bug or whatever the fuck you want to call it that actually rolls up into a little ball when it's frightened or to protect itself. And that ability to roll up into a ball is called congolabating. To congolabate. It's one of my favorite words, congolabate. Like conga lobate. Congolabate, and it's very rare, and it's literally like it's like what armadillos do. It's making like an impenetrable armor of your body in a ball. Congolabate. Let's go congolabate, bitches. Yeah, fucking cool. I have some potato bugs. They're called ducky potato bugs because their face looks like a duck. They're really cute. Did you know that poodle grooming was in the 1900 Olympics? Oh my god. In the Olympics? What? Like for speed? Isn't that fucking cool? The more you know. Fun facts, I guess. Isopod. That was the word I was trying to think of. Like the general word within like the invertebrate community or whatever. They're called isopods across the board. But most of them actually can't conglobate. Conglobate's kind of a rare trait among potato bugs, but some of them can do it. I have some that do. 2 hours? Wait. Groom as many poodles as possible? That's insane. Roly-polies. We call them roly-polies too. Roly-polies or potato bugs, mostly. That pangolin is conglobating. That is a difficult sentence to say out loud, and I kind of hate it and love it at the same time. I'm going to go conglobate my blankets, right? Like you don't burrito anymore. You conglobate. It's an armor. I love fun words like that. You want to know another one before we start the video? This is just a little bit of brain bleach before we get balls deep back into the American stupid. So snails. If you've ever got to see like a snail on the inside of a fish tank or something, land snails do almost the exact same thing, but they're doing it like on the ground and eating vegetables and stuff like that. And if you ever look at like their mouth, it kind of looks like they have this little tongue that's like licking the glass, and it just kind of undulates like this. And it has like a little vagina mouth that opens for the little tongue to come out. It's actually a tooth. Snails have one tooth they use to either cut apart the greens they're eating or to scrape the algae off the side of your tank, which is why most people keep snails in their tank. And the name of it is radula. Radula. I don't know. I learned that my freshman year of college. I've never forgot. Radula. Fun words to take home, or if you like to do bar trivia, maybe it'll someday be useful for you. Who knows? The radula. Yeah, snails have a tooth. It's crazy. And that's what they're doing. They're like scraping the algae and shit. Fucking wild, huh? Hi, Cake. How are you, love? Science is fun. Litter boxes in their schools. And so I was pretending to be a dumb fucking piece of shit human, stalking ballot boxes and threatening people with guns so that they won't vote Democratic. And I figured that when a cop rolls up and is like, hey, you're wearing a lot of tactical military gear here real close to a voter ballot box in the middle of the night. What's up? And then they just pretend to be furries and shit in a litter box. It was...
Allow yourself to be penetrated. Be penetrated by everything and everyone that is good in this life.
I'm exhausted. I don't know, man. You guys in that like 44-day prime minister really held the beer on that one. That was fun to watch. But I feel like it's honestly, you know, it's same different fire, different witch or whatever. Same fire, different witch. I don't know. Allow yourself. That's where it started, Viata. I thought that's why it came up. Or is that where it originally started? Because I honestly don't know. It's an old thing. This happened, I mean, at least half a year ago, that some old dude went into a court and was like, they're letting kids use the restroom in litter boxes. And then for some reason it came up again recently. It's all just bullshit. It is. It's where it started. So what Viata said was the litter box rumor started because a teacher was concerned about her kids needing to use the restroom during active shooter drills. And so they gave her a bucket and a bag of cat litter. And that's literally the origin of why we're now attacking trans kids and kids who wear cat ears. It's honestly, Amber, it's not necessarily like a correlation or a causation or whatever. It's not like they're the same. It's another way of attacking children who are different and other. And I guess, I think Zoe, someone in the chat was explaining it to me the other day. There is a large like population of trans kids who gravitate towards furry culture because it's very accepting and loving, and they can kind of wear something over what they were born in and become something else and not identify, and so on and so forth. So I think it's just another way of attacking the otherness, which is all disgusting in my opinion. I mean, you shouldn't be attacking kids for anything, let alone their sexual identity and like blooming of who they become when their hormones are happening and who they want to be. I just can't even with it. Transgender men are men, transgender women are women. No one owes us anything in terms of what they look like or how they appear on the outside. Period. End of story. And ace people count. I got nothing, man. Love is love. It's all so mind-bogglingly hateful to me. And when you start involving kids, my brain. I don't know if you guys heard about Florida recently. Florida passed some sort of legislation that made it all gender affirming care, healthcare wise, illegal, and they're tossing around the casual idea of a trans registry. What the fuck, Florida? Nah. Love is love, my dudes. Let's not with that. I can't. It's just gross. It's just gross behavior on everything. Right, like being a young person isn't hard enough. Exactly. I think about that exact thing all the time. Like going puberty for someone who was thankfully born in the body that my brain feels I fit in. Like I feel I identify with my pussy. Thank you. I'm very fortunate for that, however. And puberty was still the worst. I mean, you'd have to kill me to send me back to high school. I'd rather die. You couldn't pay me an amount of money. There is none. I had the word. It was the worst time ever. And imagine going through all of that and feeling that much extra more uncomfortable because your body's not the body you were supposed to have. You know what I mean? Like, you know that in your soul. I think people know that, but they don't have the words for it. You know what I mean? And I just can't even put myself in those shoes. Like, my sympathy and my empathy and all that, I bleed for you. That shit is it's, and then to have the state come down and be like, well, your parents will be fined $30,000 and maybe go to jail for you existing. Congratulations. Like, God damn it. What the fuck? Can we just stop it? I don't understand why it's all just this attack. It's fucking weird. Cheers, Jeff. I agree. Ugh. I don't know if y'all have heard about Florida. Oh, so many times. I wish I hadn't, right? I have so many wonderful friends, and I've had so many wonderful experiences in Florida. It's gross to me that all this goes down there, because I know so many people there that do not believe in any of that, like, in any way, shape, or form. I don't know, like, on any level. They're, morally opposed to it. But unfortunately, because who's in the seats, they just get to pass whatever they pass. Kind of like Texas putting bounties on trans children and their parents. Like, that's nothing people voted on. They voted on the person who's in the chair who's just passing this shit right now. Which is why it's important to vote those people in that chair out. The fuck out. I'm going through second puberty now and it's rough. I am so sorry. All of my sympathies. I break out once a month and get a period. So, lots of sympathy there for you. It's the worst. A trans registry. I'm not even kidding, Caldermo. I said the same thing. At the moment, I think it was Zoe shared the article in chat with us, and I was reading it. I said the exact same thing. I'm like, the fuck are we going to put armbands on trans kids? Like, what is the aim of Florida? You know, the vast majority of the state of Florida was built with a backhoe. Like, literally, they just shoveled sand up from the ocean and built, like, a sandbar and named it Florida. Like, that's the majority of the state. Like, we could just fucking push it back. You know what I'm saying? Just push it back. DST is stupid. Wait, what's DST? Which one's DS? I'm really bad with acronyms. Daily savings time? Did we have it? It is stupid if it happened. Did it happen? Cheers. Cheers. Oh, I was gonna pack a bowl. That's what I was gonna do. I just wanted to say cheers to all the trans kids out there. And we don't talk about ages here because technically my channel is an 18 above channel because I talk about, human anatomy and I say fuck a lot. However, to the trans community, parents of trans kids, to trans kids, I am fuck, dude. Cheers to you. Be brave. Shit's fucking gross. Everything's broken. You just got it. I remember that. And then I remember that. I think I learned that last spring that Germany and America are a little bit off like that. It's so weird. I hate it too, though. It hurts both ways and it's stupid. However, I think our country is not going to do it anymore, but they're still arguing which one we're sticking with. Like, if we're going to stay in daylight or if we're going to stay in standard. They're like, there's one of them scientists like, and one of them the scientists don't, and I don't know why. I don't understand any of it. None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. I don't know. I don't get it. I hate it. A federal judge in Phoenix just issued restraining order. Yes, we were just reading that, Sales. That's literally what we were just reading, I think. Yeah, they literally had to pass a law saying you can't take pictures of strangers at ballot boxes and you can't, like, post their information publicly, which is, to you and I, common sense, yeah? Oh, and that Joe Biden's being played by it's... Dear aliens, if you're looking for someone to probe, my ass sure is tight. Love, Earthling Katie. Help. Something's got to be better, right? Than being even just associated. The fact that there are people in the world who will watch that and be like, wow, America's fucked up. I'm upset about that. Like, they don't know me personally. They will never know me personally. They don't know us. Like, they don't know that there's normal Americans also watching that thinking, what the fuck? And that's what America is that. That's what the world sees. Fuck. You have 1 week to vote if you want rights or anything. An alien abduction might just be the vacation we need right now. The mental anguish of this is worse than any sort of probe of my ass, I would think. Of all the rocks to be in office, Kid Rock is not the one I would choose. Right, though? Nah. No, I wouldn't. America, the world's drunk uncle. Oh, man, it's too real. The drunkle, if you will. Get abducted after you vote. True. Vote first, please. If you care about the rights of any human being, please, for the fuck's sake, vote. God damn, dude. America should kind of be a laughingstock. I mean, everybody's got problems. Like, oh, my computer, or my dog's just flipped out on my keyboard. Blinky blinked. Every country has shit, right? Like, we're just huge and loud and like flamboyant, and what's catching up to us is we were huge and loud and flamboyant about how awesome we were and all of our freedoms and we're great and we're America. And now that we're not great and people are like seeing us for what we really are, it's like, no, you can't just stop being loud and flamboyant. People are going to see that when the shit comes out too. But it's like, man, I don't know. I don't have solutions, but I hope for the best. I really have high hopes, but man, does that not give me high hopes. Thank you. I washed my hair. It was a big time. And then I bleached my bathroom because I got blue shampoo on the walls. The crazy thing is, it isn't a matter of opinion. One side is correct about the elections being secure and fair, and one side's dead wrong. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a side of the politics, at least in America right now, that has created their own reality, and they're angry that the world isn't fitting their reality in their head. And then the other side, we just kind of like need jaw surgery or some shit. Yeah, we have eye bleach. We need to take a break. I don't want people to miss it because I think an ad's about to run if it's not already running. But oh my god. You guys are gonna die. I'm not gonna show you yet. Wait, let me minimize it. I just looked at the one Najeel showed me, and all I see is the picture. It's not playing. It's just the pause. Marilyn, agreed. 100%. I just don't know. Like, I would love to have... Yeah, no, I have to pee really good. Really, really, really good. I have to pee really bad, and I think my dog has to pee really bad, and then we'll watch eye bleach. No worries. I gotta piss so fucking bad. Saw that squirrel, and they didn't see the squirrel. I saw the squirrel. I was sitting there on mobile in the yard, like, listening to the music, jamming, and I saw the squirrel, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I clamped my phone, and I ran inside and got their treats, and I was like, come on, guys. Got them before they saw it. Otherwise, I would have had to drag them up the hill. Whew. Squirrel, seriously. I mean, if they didn't, we've got I'm trying to think how tall our fucking fence is. It's very tall. It's taller than me. I think it's like, sorry, I ate a piece of licorice because I took some Excedrin because my head's killing me. And I don't want my ulcer to be weird, so I had to have food. And that's all there was. Don't judge me. I'm a child. I forgot what I was saying. Shit, the squirrel. Oh, our fence. No, it's taller than me. I think it's an 8-foot fence, 8.5-foot fence, and they can clear it. They don't because the other side of the fence is smooth, and they know they can't get back. But I watched them. They can hop all the way. Like Trick can get his back feet on the top of it, but he just goes straight up just to look at the other side of the fence. And so I don't want to. I will not leave them out there watched because I'm fucking terrified they're gonna get over the fence. Ugh, no, it's taller than me. Good morning, Banana. Thank you for resummoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an A to swings.
The answer to the universe, 42 months. Thank you, that's a very long time. How are you?
They have two options mentally: accepting that everything they learned in school, were told about on TV and movies, your whole worldview is wrong, or the other people are wrong. From their point of view, why would someone want to live in a world of America unexceptionalism? That's exactly it. I mean, I want to make America exceptional, but it's just that's not the way. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Dude, our dogs, especially Trick, man. Trick's got hops. He can clear anything. It's kind of phenomenal. Like we have some like lawn furniture outside and a table, and he won't do it for fun. He won't like clear large furniture as for shits and giggles. But he totally can. If he sees a squirrel and like needs to get past me, he just poo like a bunny rabbit over anything. It's crazy. Poodles, man, athletic, we'll say. I'm trying to pull up the links. My head just started fucking killing me out of nowhere, but I took some Excedrin, so let's see. Let's see if that kicks in. Where is? Sorry, Billy. I love your music. Don't mean to like shush you. You're wonderful. Oh my god, go do it, Anna Jean. Go have fun adulting.
Hail the Santa.
I love you. Be safe. Don't let the nasties. Don't go near anyone that's wearing tactical gear in a parking lot. Jesus. You make a country great with education, but that doesn't make people money immediately. And I think a lot of it is immediate gratification in general, Rod. I think that's a huge note to hit on is like, we're very much just a people of immediate gratification. Nope, I have yours and I have Nagios. Yes, I have both. I think we're good. Stop. It's just a world of immediate gratification. And when you can't get that, it's like, you cry, I guess, instead of just, I don't know. Everybody made like bread during lockdown, right? Like we all learned patience is a good idea. I don't get it. Good. Just came from the pain doc. Gonna get new procedure called an SI joint fusion. They're gonna use a cadaver bone? Oh fuck yes, dude. I knew someone who caught a cadaver vertebrae in their neck. It was or not the vertebrae, it was the disc. Cadaver disc. Their disc had like collapsed or pinched or whatever. I don't have any words for that. I don't know what to do with that one, guys. That is fantastic. For those just listening, it is a tweet by the NSA Public Relations. Instead of going to therapy, man buys Twitter. It's fantastic. You had tremendous sleep. I'm glad. I didn't get to sleep till very late, but honestly, I was telling people today, like cramps are weird. We had a whole like opening hour of everybody talking about our gross period stuff, so I won't make anyone relive it again. But cramps, they suck. Kanye bought Perler, couldn't be outdone. I'm saying Elon is a very strange little man. I honestly feel a little bit bad. If you're wondering why we didn't post anything for Halloween this year, that's because we were trying to stop Mariah Carey from breaching again. For the record, we failed. Sorry about the next 2 months. That's funny. But also, let's stop erasing November, for fuck's sake. Fall's a great time. This is funny. That's great. It's so relatable. Oh my god, CJ, I got to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra one time live in Seattle. It was fucking phenomenal. It was campy and corny as shit, but holy shit, the music was so good. The Africa Christmas song makes me rage. I don't like Rudolph because it teaches you you're only good if you have a specific use for society and otherwise can fuck off and die. Word. I mean, I didn't I can sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and I didn't get that, but I see where you're coming from. He went to Misfit Island, remember? You had to watch the Misfit Island one to understand. He was actually broken. He was broken, not necessarily special. Mariah points at Claude, another innocent victim. Quote, "All I want for Christmas is you." We look away. The screaming eventually ceases and is replaced by the sound of bones crunching. We can sleep easy. The Mariah has fed for now. What the fuck? These are so good. It wasn't broken. It was different. It's true. If you watched the Misfit Island one. But I get that. I mean, I really like the Baby It's Cold Outside song, but if you break the lyrics down and just read them, they're quite rapey. But I still sing the song when it comes on the radio. I must text my mom for a gift idea for her sister. Her birthday's on 11/24. TSO tickets. Oh my god, that's such a good idea though. Seriously, as long as she still gets her a Christmas present. Like you can't. The 2-in-1 is not fair. I think we all universally agree. Who the fuck's doing that still? I've never met someone that's like, no, it's totally okay to only give your child one gift if their birthday's on, December 21st and Christmas is December. What? My sister's birthday is December 3rd, and she got that growing up. Like, what the fuck? It's nowhere near Christmas, but none of it near. Even if your birthday's on Christmas, you get a birthday present and a Christmas present. What the fuck? If you get presents, I mean, if you do that kind of shit, like, what the fuck? Not anymore. I'm like an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I just think it's fucked up when a little kid is basically discounted because their birthday ended up near Jesus's fake birthday. You know what I'm saying? There are awesome Christmas songs no one plays. I think we should have a Friday or two in December where we play the awesome, rarely played Christmas music. I usually do that every year. Are you talking about the song by the Pogues? The Fairy Tale of New York, because that's one of my favorite Christmas songs ever. You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap, lousy bundle of sticks. Merry Christmas to all. That's one of my favorites. I know song. I mean, Bad Santa is my favorite Christmas movie. We can start there. Man surprises wife by filling tree with 40K LED lights. Oh my god, is this how I kill the squirrels? I have another gift to show you somewhere in here that Nick gave us. It's in here somewhere. Is it It's Time? No. Which one was it? Fuck. No, it's this one. Okay, we're good. I still have it. Is this how I kill the squirrels? Because I'll do it. Oh, that's beautiful. Really, Nigel? You have a Christmas baby too. The neighbor lady's birthday is 12/24. Did she get effed over? I mean, whoever thought that was okay? Who did that? Like, and I'm not saying gifts are everything, but it's basically the acknowledgement of the birthday and the other thing separately if you're going to celebrate either. You can't just mush. Hi, Myron. How are you? I love you. I'm so excited. Have you guys seen anything about Weird Al's new movie coming out? I want to see it real bad. Where'd I put it? There it is. Okay. Is this the candy stealing? Oh, do something. Nothing happens? Is that just a slick as fuck kid going around stealing all the candy like a little badass? Did he flip off? Wait, I didn't even see it. Hold up. I love him. It's the future president of America, y'all. Right there. Right there, and I'm calling it. I'm calling it now. It's gonna happen. Stop it. I just watched all 3 of these movies in the last 3 days because I was in so much pain I could do nothing but watch fucking Buffalo Bill moan to himself in a mirror. Would you fuck me? I'm not even kidding you. The fact that you... Stop it. Okay, we have to look at the... What is this? There's a very seductive picture of Buffalo Bill as... Oh my god, it's a dating profile. Stop it. It's Tinder. Oh, I'm dead inside. Stop. Bill, 33. Is he younger than me in this photo? Is he actually only 30? Stop it. Is Buffalo Bill 33? I'm doing great then. Okay. Anyways, Bill, 33, 91 miles away. I like curvy girls. I have a dog. Should I do it? I can't quite do it. His voice is so fucking low. I like curvy girls. I have a dog. Nope.
I like curvy girls.
Nope. I like curvy girls. I have a dog. Her name is Precious. She's my world. My hobbies include midnight strolls, collecting insects, kind of nerdy, but it's what I'm into. Making my own clothing and dancing when nobody's looking. Dry skin is a deal breaker. I love Bath and Body Works for the sole reason that their lotion comes in a basket. I date me hard. I have to... Okay, so... I'm just saying, like, same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I... Fucking same. I like curvy girls. I got 2 dogs, Trick and Lilith. They're my world. My hobbies include midnight strolls, collecting insects, kind of nerdy, but it's what I'm into. Making my own clothing and dancing when nobody's looking. Dry skin is a deal breaker. I love Bath and Body Works for the sole reason that their lotion comes in a basket. I date me. I mean... Same. Am I gonna skin people when I grow up? Is that what's gonna happen? Is that what I'm getting out of this conversation? Is I'm gonna skin people? Wait, is this another Jordan Klepper one? Wait, what one is it? Oh, is this one new? No shit. Oh, he's starting a podcast. Oh, I'm so gonna listen to his podcast. Oh my fuck, 100%. He made a new video. It's only 2 minutes though. It's just him talking about his podcast, right? It's gonna be on conspiracy theories. Oh, fuck off. That's beautiful. So it's just gonna be called Jordan Klepper, or in the limited series podcast from The Daily Show, Jordan Klepper unpacks some of the most imaginative conspiracy theories he's heard in his 7 years covering Trump rallies. He chats with experts, journalists, and psychologists to expand how these theories spread and what they mean for American democracy. Listen to new episodes starting November 9th and watch the Klepper Fingers, the conspiracy special on Comedy Central and Paramount. That's the one we just watched today. Oh, I'm very excited. I will listen to that. That'll be fucking fun and horrible. I know. That moment you discover you are a skinning away from being Buffalo Bill. Am I uncomfortable? I mean, y'all stop and like look if there's an interesting bug on the ground, right? I'm not the only one, right? Right? Had a colleague tell me, quote, "To be clear, I'm not depressed. I'm reacting appropriately to the world around me." Oof, felt that. Oh, I just felt that. I felt it in my heartstrings. Holy shit. I had a colleague tell me, quote, "To be clear, I'm not depressed. I'm reacting appropriately to the world around me," end quote. Holy shit. I'm in physical pain from that. That hurt. I already know how to skin an animal, though. That's the thing. Like, I just haven't skinned a people. But I don't really want to skin a people. You know what I'm saying? I've never had the desire to skin a people. But I've skinned a deer before. I learned how to skin a deer when I was like 5. Hunters, remember? Hunters and butchers. I know how to butcher up a people. I just don't really want. Well, I butchered cadaver. I guess I cut up peoples in the cadaver lab. Okay. All right. I see where we're getting. I see where this is. Okay. Yeah. We're just not going to talk about it. Yeah.
Allow yourself to be penetrated. Be penetrated by everything and everyone that is good in this life.
Yeah. Wait, I had a cuckoo Jews cinnabarius. What is that? Oh, I took pictures of the red beetle. Oh my god, I did miss the first message. I'm an idiot. I took pictures of a red beetle on my kitchen wall this morning. I love Google Lens. I do it all the time. I've done it for the plants in my yard and like all the little grasshoppers and stuff. It's so much fun when I'm just like standing out there with the dogs while they're shitting in the morning or something. I'll take a picture of a weed just to be like, what's that? It's so much fun. That's so cool. A little red beetle. Cute. I have a tiny little jumper in my bathroom, but it's so small. It's like, you know, those like sewing pins to pin material that have the ball on them. It's like the size of that ball. It's real small, but big enough to see. And it's in the very corner of my bathroom in a little web nest. And I can't wait for it to come out and say hello, but I haven't seen him yet. I hope the bleaching didn't kill him yesterday. Seatown, yes. What? Skinning people would be hard. Skin isn't that strong and thick, not like a deer, right? Because we don't have that thick of fur everywhere, and that fur usually causes a thicker dermis, but I have no idea. What did I say about not skinning people? I've never had the urge to skin them yet. That's a whole lot. You know me and touching. Like, that's a whole lot of extended touching. I just want to get it over with, bathe in the bloodbath and move on with my day. I have shit to do, spiders to feed, whatever, dinner to cook. I want to look up cuckoo. I feel like I know the word cinnabarus. I think there's a spider that might be a cinnabarus. Like maybe it was discovered by the same person. Cute. Oh, it's pretty. What a pretty. I mean, its face is hideous, but the color of the beetle is really pretty. It's like bright, bright red, like ketchup red. Cute. Is it bad for the house though? Does it like eat wood or something? We confirmed nothing. Sounds like what I said to the therapist when she asked if I was depressed. I said, wouldn't you be more concerned if I wasn't because of what was going on with me at the time? Seriously, I've said that to my therapist. Like, my therapist and I have talked a lot about the kind of, like, the, what's the word? Like, how the world is kind of in a state of, like, in a to a lesser degree, and not to cheapen the word, but a form, oh my God, that started out of nowhere, of, like, a global depression. You know what I mean? We're in a state of, like, and like, this was a good one. She actually read me the statistic. This was a little over a year after the very first, like, official shutdown when COVID really hit really hard and we were all like, oh, fuck, and the world just quit. She said that before, and this was like statistics that psychologists at some huge universities or whatever I put together. I don't remember the references anymore. Forgive me. But before COVID, before the shutdown, before any awareness of any of this virus ever happened, your average person was like around 30% of their life involved stress of some kind or being anxious. Music loud? My bad. Oh my God, it got so loud. What the fuck? See, I'm telling you, there's no such thing as like a universal volume on the internet, and I appreciate you. Thank you. I turned it way down, right? I'm gonna wait. It's fucking minuscule for me, but there is no median on the internet. Everything's ruined. The average, all I was saying was what my therapist and I were talking about is the average person before the virus, before COVID or anything, 30% of their life was stress of some kind from something, whether internal, external, mental illness or otherwise. It was stress. And stress is an actual chemical, reaction. We all know. I've fucking chanted about it a million times, but it's cortisol being released in your body and having nowhere to go. It's your fight or flight response going off without an outlet, basically. So you have this cortisol free flowing and it makes us feel shaky and anxious and sweaty, like we should be running from a Tyrannosaurus Rex. But that Tyrannosaurus Rex is like doing our taxes or making sure our kid got home from school or whatever. And so they did a study a year into the pandemic, a year into the shutdown, and the average person's stress went up 50%. So, like, if you were just at the average person, and the average person stress level, meaning like their stress wasn't, their stressors in their life weren't critical, meaning they weren't about to lose their house, they weren't about to lose their car, where that is not the average person. Like, most people are on the edge of losing all those things all the time. Like, that's life in America, at least. So you think about like the average person was at 30, the rest of us are way above that usually, probably for no reason at all, medical or otherwise. And then you tack on the pandemic. The average stress levels of just your, run of the mill, like median person in America was around 50 to 70%. And it caused like a pretty insane, like global depression because we were all at this heightened level of awareness trapped in our homes, like with nowhere to go for such an extended period of time. And then we're now in like that down crash of we have no energy left to care, which is why half the people don't give a fuck and don't get vaccinated and don't give a shit. It's crazy. COVID dug the world a mental health ditch that will take a few years to crawl out of. Very much so. That's being generous. Yeah. If you're going to skin people, at least make leather products. Reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm all about reusing. I try not to throw anything away because garbage is asinine. Most good therapists and mental health professionals agree on that. I love my therapist. She's so nice. But it does, not that it makes it okay, and it doesn't, I don't want people around me depressed. Like, if I'm not one of those people that's like misery loves company. If I'm going to be depressed, you better be depressed. But it makes you feel less crazy because you're like, okay, I'm not the only one that's literally busting in half from the way the world is being fucking psychotic. You know what I mean? I wish a T-Rex would do my taxes. If only their arms would reach the desk. Can you even imagine? It's just never going to happen. I'm immunocompromised. Compromised. That's one of those words that I learned reading and not saying out loud. And I say what did I say? Compromised. I say compromised all the time, and I apologize. Compromised. I'm immune compromised and have an anxiety disorder. Fuck the average person. That's what I said. I was like, okay, so if you're diagnosed with OCD and bipolar and ADHD and you're on the edge already, like what happens then? And she just laughed. So like, I don't know. I don't know yet. Help me. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't know. We're survivors, man. We're the ergonomic T-Rex sex. I'm saying this is another form of othering. CK right now. Wait, every documentary about serial killers. He was alone. He had no friends. He had no lover. He spent all his time alone at home. I can hear the lambs crying. Seriously, one of my earliest memories is bunnies being slaughtered. Is that weird? Good thing I ended up an okay person. You guys keep me sane. It makes me mad when people say COVID isn't a thing anymore. I spent this weekend with 6 of my best friends, and 4 of them tested positive by the end of the weekend. I feel the exact same way. And like whenever someone in our community gets COVID, I ask them like, "How are you feeling? Are you okay?" They always feel like shit. Like it's not just testing positive and waiting for a couple days. And I know that's sometimes the case, but that's the way they like to play it, as in that's everyone's case. Like you could test positive and have no symptoms. The vast majority of people I know at least get a bad cold. I know people that got it in like March, April and still can't fucking smell. Viata, how's your smell? Have you got like smell and taste back pretty much 100%? Oh, Eric, I felt the same. I mean, the shutdown of COVID made me a little not agoraphobic, but I like to give in to my drive to just not want to talk to anybody. ever, or leave, because it's just like a lot of effort to talk to strangers, and small talk's exhausting. And like when COVID, the shutdown happened, I had an excuse to do that. And now that it's kind of like I'm boosted and vaxxed, and I still wear a mask if I'm like in like a clusterfuck of people or something. I'm not stupid, but there's part of me that wants to be like, you're still COVID. Because I just don't want to do it. It sucks. And it's not that the people I interact with are in any way a negative inflection on my life or anything like that. Like, all the bud tenders at my weed shop are fucking nice people. That's one of the few places I go. They're hilarious. I do enjoy talking to them. Like, once I'm there and actually going through the social interaction, it's no sweat and I'm fine. It's the thinking about it up to the point that my body's like, you could just not, though. And I know that's not healthy. Like, I know as just myself I've known myself for quite some time now. I'm a social creature. I want to talk to people, but getting to the talking to the people for some reason is my hurdle. It's dumb, but I mean, I fed into it very much so. I'm not afraid of people. I don't even have a word for it. It's not laziness and it's not a fear of people. It's just like I don't want to, and I had an excuse not to for a while. I guess. Maybe that makes me not nice. So what Viata said was smell is fine, but I have phlegm and sinus pressure all the time. Been over it since July. Boo. Yuck. Are you like, can you use a neti pot, or are you like me and it doesn't work? We also, hold up. Yeah, the long COVID shit, exactly. Doesn't always match up. You could have mild ones and get that shit. Long COVID's the scariest part. I don't want anything to do with that. Cake, kind of same. Like, I run from people, which is sad. I just got my 5th jab. I haven't gotten COVID yet, but I am going to the Ginger Show on Monday, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little stressed about being in public. Just wear a mask and be safe, Honeybean. You'll probably be fine. I am also fully boosted, except this most recent one, because we've scheduled it twice, and it got canceled both times, because there's no staffing, apparently. I've been on 2 flights and stuff. Like, as long as you just, if you're in a clusterfuck of people that you don't know, wear a mask. It's so easy to do and can be a fucking fashion statement. I got some cute masks with like creepy smiles and stuff on them. It hurts no one, including yourself, to wear one if it gives you peace of mind. You know what I mean? That's the way I think of it. No shit, Percy. A classmate of mine got it a year and a half ago and still gets winded hard just walking up a mild incline at comfortable walking speeds. Yeah, and that's just, I don't know, thank you. I didn't check up, and any of my small group of friends or family, nothing I took advantage to ignore everyone I don't want to go back. I'm the same. Hard same. All these vaccinated peeps in this chat makes my nipples rock hard. Dude, I am literally tucking my dick into my waistband all fucking day. It makes me so happy when, like, people care about other people. Wow. Wow. It's amazing. Please follow my friend Neuro, a legit doctor, like with legit shit to say, and he's hot. Hot husband too. All the full package. It does. It's my wet dream. And it gives me, that's another thing that gives me comfort, is when I go out in public, I know that just based on the fucking like statistics of my chat, the majority of people are getting vaxxed and being smart. We hear about all these crazy people because they're loud and absurd and they want to be heard and they like have air horns and shit. But the majority of they're a majority, and they're a minority, and they're not going out to the same shows you and I are probably because they're boring. So if it gives you peace of mind to wear a mask, I don't see why the fuck that hurts anybody for you to wear a mask. I would. You know? I'm a pothead. I'd manage to drown myself if I tried that nonsense. I eat Sudafed like it's Tic Tacs these days. Oh my God. I literally can't do it. I almost did drown myself because of my I have like a just born with deviated septum that causes my sinuses to be shit. And everybody was like, you gotta try neti pot. It's the most amazing thing. And I stuck it in one side of my nose and I tilted and I just sat there. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And it was just literally pouring water into my face. And then all of a sudden it opened up in the back of my throat and filled, because I was just sitting there like breathing because I didn't know. I had my head totally sideways like you're supposed to. And it just dumped into my fucking throat/lungs, just hot salt water. It was a great time. And then I tried it on the other side, and same fucking issue. And I told my doctor about it, and he's like, "Oh, let's check. Oh, you have a deviated septum. You can't do it." And I was like, sick. Being alive is the best part, isn't it? Woo! Having a great time. Having a great time. Having a great time. I'll be masked up hard. Strange though, last year they asked for proof of being vaccinated. They aren't asking for that this year. A lot of places have pretty much given up on that, I think. I need another booster. But I get a strong immune system response. I'm the same, Zbot. I'm the same. Like I'm gonna get it no matter what. Same. Like I'm not here to die from COVID. COVID ain't what's gonna be that takes me out. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a fucking bear or something cool. It ain't gonna be COVID. But I'm the same. Like I get so not sick, but I get intensely tired. All the boosters I've gotten so far, the next like 48 hours, it's like I'm sick. I just lay in bed and sleep for 48 hours. Like I get up to pee and that's it. I remember the last time I got a booster, Zach fed me pizza with my face at an angle, like shoveled it into my mouth. Because I couldn't eat. Like I just was like, But I'm not dead and I haven't got COVID yet, so I'll take it. I'm cool. That's not going to be what fucking takes me out. I've been yelled at for wearing a mask. I just roll my eyes and move on. Fuck that, dude. No one's ever confronted me about wearing a mask. It's so weird. I'd probably flash them my tits and just start humping their leg and really freak them out. You got to deter bad behavior, you know? You act like a child, treat them like a child. Like, don't hump children with your tits out. But you see where I'm going with this. Make them uncomfortable. I was hurt by wearing a mask. Though, to be fair, I was putting it on while walking and it got caught on my glasses. I then walked into a wall trying to get untangled. I cannot tell you how many people in the hospital I've seen that exact thing happen to. Or like they'll have a mask on with their glasses and their glasses start to slide off their nose, but it catches on the mask. So it just starts to like pull their mask and they're face down like in someone doing a procedure and they can't use their hands to touch their face. And they're like, is anyone sterile? Anyone sterile? Touch my face. Those are great. Those are golden moments. Golden moments. Yeah, RSV is real bad this year. That's what I've heard. I've heard RSV. I've heard the flu's not too bad, but RSV is something that I think it's specifically is pretty significant in children. That's fucking adorable. How dare you? I live in Japan without the J. That's okay. Why are cats like liquid and adorable on every level? I love cats. They're so cute. No shit. Your dad's best friend died from COVID. I am so sorry. I lost a few nurse friends who got it at the very, very beginning before we knew anything about it. They got it from keyboards. Mutual nurse station fucking keyboards and died. A couple 30-year-old girls. It was terrible. Fucking just blech. So many non-words for that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. This savory dish is great to enjoy all year round and is a great source of protein and vitamin E. What is the booty? Please tell me that was real. I really hope that's real. That's beautiful. What a genius child. Do you get myocarditis from vaccines? Is there anything you can do to prevent that or be, on top of it so you can still get vaxxed? Kel, I'm the same. I always get sick from it. It's the worst. But I also don't want to die. That's the only thing. That's it. I get it because I don't want to die. Or have long COVID or any of that garbage. Always flu really bad. See, my mom retired, so I'm not getting the insider anymore. It's already double the weekly rate. Holy shit. Like ventilated, like ICU. What's ICU loads at? That's compared to pre-pandemic days. Wow. Well, okay, that's depressing and sad. Didn't know that. Awesome. Oh, did I not see this one? Okay, so let's look at this together. I'm excited. Hold up. So the light blue line is the weekly rate of laboratory confirmed influenza associated hospitalizations in children under 18 years of age. I can read. and adults. For 2022, the weekly rate is already above pre-pandemic days. This is not a good way to start off the winter season. We just started fall, bitch. Holy. Okay. That one, for those that can't see. That one. Damn. I hate that. I had the flu one year, my dudes. You don't want it. Get the fucking flu shot. No thanks. That's terrifying. Beata, that's what most places are doing. I've literally scheduled our shit twice, and I think you guys probably saw the tweet. I put out an angry tweet the day it happened. We went to go get our vaccinations, waited in line like 30 minutes, and then they were like, sorry, we don't have enough staff to do vaccinations. I was like, you realize the reason you don't have the staff is because they're out, because they're sick, because they're not, like. Okay, but that map of Europe's an attack. Name all the states, bitch. It's too real. I hate it. It's convincing. From far away, that's pretty convincing. My head is fucking on fire and I don't know why, and I hate it. I figured that when people started taking proper prevention behavior and flu tanked, it would spike back up the moment people stopped caring. Absolutely, Kel. I don't know if you've heard, like, Neuro and I talked about it a little bit. The first like winter of shutdown, there were a couple flu strains, one very specifically that we all but eliminated just by not going out and by wearing masks and by washing our hands after using public bathrooms and by hand sanitizing because we were safe. But that only lasted one winter, and now, double the pre-COVID rates. So what have we done? You know what I'm saying? But it didn't, like, it's not distinct, but it was so low, like astronomically, just simply because people were safe. Which is kind of, I mean, Tom Segura says it best in his new stand-up. Like, he says something like, and like, I don't think any of us were washing our hands before COVID, which I don't think any of you were, because the amount of people that when I was like, did this on my hands, people were like, wait, you have to wash the top? I did a hand washing lesson as a joke in my stream, and you have no idea how many people came into my stream as an actual, like, oh my, like, this is actually how you do it. You have to wash the top. Meaning the top of your hands. No shame. Like, I'm here to teach, not give people shame for not knowing something, but I should not be the person, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have been step one and this is how you wash your hands. Get your fingernails. You know what I'm saying? No shade. I'm here to be the knowledge. Like, if I can teach someone something as simple as how to wash your hands. But that was pretty astronomical. I don't trust a bitch anymore. Hello, Lizzie. Oh my God, did you have your appointment yet? I had my neurosurgeon appointment today. He took my case to a regional neuro meeting where they discussed important cases, and they basically all agreed that my scans call for urgent brain surgery, because I have only just been prescribed Diamox for intracranial hypertension. Like today, we're going to trial that first, and if this doesn't help, then I'm looking at brain surgery within the next few months. He took me very seriously and was very empathetic. Oh my God, I'm so happy. If I would give anything to fucking hug the living shit out of you right now. That is amazing. Neuro, dude, the amount of hoops Lizzie has had to jump through because she's in the UK and she's been dealing with, what is the healthcare in the UK called? Something, I can't remember what it's called. The something care. She's been, I mean, literally just like been told she's faking it, basically. Or she's being melodramatic, or she's just being anxious, or something, or she needs to lose weight. That's my favorite. I'm joking. It's not. That was my most recent favorite. Oh yeah, that intracranial pressure. It's not a disease that will require surgery. You need to lose weight. What did they say? Try walking. Something like that. Not a joke. I'm not kidding. I'm waiting for, like, it's so base and so ridiculous that it came out of a health professional's mouth at somebody who is suffering from something like this. Yes. Yes. It's insane. I use the staff WC at my university. You would be amazed how many adults with graduate degrees don't even wash their piss mittens. I don't want to know. Cheers. They flagged you as a drug seeker for surgery. Do you know that for sure? Because normally all the drug flagging I've seen, people don't want to go to surgery to get drugs. Like it's usually, oh, I have an old wound. I was in the military. When they're usually not, they're lying about it, and that makes them even more a little bit shitty. Like, don't lie about being in the military for fuck's sake. But drug addiction's horrible. No shade. Usually they want to go through the minimal amount of work to get the drug. I've never heard of someone totally like, yeah, cut my jaw and my mouth open and drill out teeth. I mean, but like why do you have that feeling? That sucks. Oh, no shit, Lizzie. Lizzie said this neurosurgeon even said dieting is not a clinically proven treatment. No shit. I mean, I could be wrong. I am not a neuro doc. I'm not a neuro anything. I worked in surgery. I worked in a weird surgery center, not on brains. Man, I wish I could hug the fuck out of you right now and we could cry together. That's so amazing. I'm so happy for you. I've been told that a few times, but usually that's because they diagnosed me with fatty liver disease, so weight loss really is the only cure. I mean, I could see that. It's still, you know, I don't know. You have to be there, I guess. I've seen docs be very, very kind and very like, do you want advice on how to better your life and not be in so much pain and stuff like that? And then I've seen the opposite where docs are like, oh, they're fat. That must be it. And you're like, you didn't even look at their chart, my dude. Do you even know why the fuck they're here? Like, I've seen both. I asked for a refill on my Klonopin on the same visit and explained I have a therapy appointment, and the doctor just got all aggravated with me and told me I should just go there and to stop asking. The fuck? Sounds like he was having a bad day. The fuck? I'm glad I'm being taken seriously. I'm just scared as fuck of surgery. Oh, honey. Shunts, honestly, they do them a lot. They're a pretty common surgery. That's honestly like the number one thing I saw coming out of surgery. I did work in neurosurgery. I didn't work in surgery. I'm not a surgeon. I worked in the recovery. The ICU, neurosurgery ICU is where I worked. So I was there with recovering with the patients. That's like I mean, there's no example I can give because you're not medical and that would be fucking pretentious. I was gonna say it's like a Whipple. That doesn't make any sense. But I saw them come out all the time. It's I mean, neuro could probably give you a lot more details on it than I can, but from the outside, from the outside looking and just the recovery and what we record in terms of like the cerebrospinal fluid meter and all these different things, it's one of the least invasive and one of the most common things I see come out of the surgical center into the neuro recovery unit. And Lizzie, if you need me to be there, I think Stream would agree that I need to take a few days to go support my friend in England while she gets fucking brain surgery because I will fucking be there. Like, literally in, a few hours. As fast as plainly possible. Because I want you to feel safe with that stuff. Like, I'm just excited that someone's taking you seriously and you actually have some sort of action plan for it. Because watching you flounder is not. I mean, it's just, I love you and care about you so deeply, and when you're in pain like that, it's gross. It makes me very sad. No one should have to flounder like that ever and just be written off in those ways. You know what I mean? Ever. Like, your brain is everything. Like, who are we without that little think shit upstairs? Like, you know what I mean? It sucks being someone with chronic pain. Oh, dude, there's a lot of people in chat. I've talked to so many people with that stuff. It's the worst. I mean, I cannot fathom. I don't even take opiates anymore, but it's like once you've been on them for long enough, you get treated different, at least in my experience, which is so sad because there are people like yourself or like CJ who is also on pain therapy, and I have a few other people in the community who are involved with pain therapy or getting pain therapy in one way or another, who legitimately need pain medication. Like, there are some people who are in chronic pain that debilitates them, and it alters their daily lifestyle, and they need that stuff, and it ruins it for everybody else, you know what I mean? With for lack of a better word. It makes it ghetto for people who actually fucking need some pain meds. And it's sad. It's very sad. But I think there was a multitude of reasons. Doctors overprescribing for nothingness because they were getting spiffs and stuff for it, so on and so forth. Hello, Sierska. How are you? Ooh, finally got my pharmacy tech temporary license. Oh, hell yeah. So my internship should be going forward by the end of the month. You're in time for such a fun conversation about pain drugs. How are you, love? How's your brain? Does that mean you passed everything? Weight loss itself usually isn't the cure, but changes in what you're consuming and stuff, sure, that can totally make a difference. I mean, yeah. What we eat, we are what we eat, literally. But I'm totally sure weight loss itself, like literally body mass and correlation, not causation. I would assume, I would guess the same just from the limited knowledge I know of the human body and what it does. But your composition totally, and that's usually not to do with a simple number on the scale. What do you mean BMI isn't the answer to everything, Lizzie? What? I love you. I mean, honestly, like, if I was gonna go through brain surgery, I would want someone there to hold my hand. I would be so fucking scared. I would straight up, like, if that was me, I would be like, yes, please come hold my hand. I'd need a constant face just there. Like, that would be one of the scariest. I mean, even if it's minor, I've told you this before. I've definitely told Lizzie this, and I've told Chat this many times before, but working in ICUs and surgical centers where people were quite critical a lot of the time, one of the main things that I just witnessed, and I have no idea why, but people who have a support group, whether it's friends or family or just people who love them and come visit them and very clearly give a fuck about them, they do better. They recover faster, they heal faster, they get the fuck out of the ICU faster, whereas people who are left alone do not. I believe in it. I believe having that energy around you is something that helps you just get better. Having supports decreases recovery time, 100% Auspex. I think so too. I've just witnessed it so many fucking times. So many times that these people with these wonderful families and support groups and people who like one of the main things that's really different between the American healthcare system and other places is that when you travel abroad, not necessarily to like, Great Britain or anything like that, but if you go to like other places in Europe or in other areas of the world, family wants to be involved with every step of the care of that patient outside of the surgical unit because they want to get them out of the hospital and take care of them on their own as fast as possible. Because they firmly believe that the patient, and it's been proven, a patient in their own environment is going to heal better if they have a family taking care of them. Obviously not sitting there with an open wound at home and dogs everywhere or something. But you're always happier outside of a hospital. Hospitals are a horrible place where they're 24/7, you know what I mean? Like, the lights go down, but there's still beeps going on all the time. Nursing staff, that's my morning. I'm waking up and drinking coffee and talking with people, and, they can make people have kind of a psychosis. And being able to go home is a great part of, healing and shortening that recovery time. And if your family can step in and, learn the proper care and then take you home sooner because we trust they can care for you, that's huge. Whereas in America, you go in to do wound care and the family gets up and goes, oh, we'll step outside while you do that real quick. I mean, not even just wound care. Like, we're just changing their bedpan or something. Like, oh, we'll step out. Like, it's all hands off. It's horrible. It's kind of sad. Like, it adds to that shame level of being in a hospital, which is already an issue we deal with. And we try to give people as much like autonomy and make them feel like we recognize you as a human, not as a fucking project with your ass out. You know what I'm saying? DD account, why? Oh, Lizzie, I'm so excited. I was actually thinking of you the other day, scraping some resin off of my sink that's been there for 2 years. How are you? Are you excited? What kind of molds are you going to do? I actually started making our Halloween tree. It's outside drying. I sprayed it with like a Mod Podge sealer in the yard. So it's sealing itself, but I've been thinking about what kind of like last year we made little skulls and I put like human hair in them. It's not weird. It's witchcraft. Shut up. Dude, right, Voodoo? And that's the thing. Like, it's controlled. Get this. I don't know if I've ever told you the story, Voodoo. This is a terrible one. One time we had a patient who had dilaudid. They had a dilaudid drip. I can't remember what had happened to them. Something horrible, like a car accident. And I shit you not, they had like a cousin or a sister or something just chilling in the room at night. And she had a headache, so she decided to take a sip of the drip Dilaudid and went into convulsions on the ground, into seizures. Like, the level of dumb, you know what I'm saying? She lived, but holy shit. No, yeah, that was honestly our face. Like, we all went into action right away, and like, we got on her because we didn't know if we had a coder or not. We didn't know what the fuck was going on because it was in the middle of the night. But there was a good millisecond where everybody was just kind of like, did she fucking drink Dilaudid? Dilaudid is one of the highest level of painkiller in the hospital. Absolutely. That is hardcore shit. You don't sip IV medication. You don't touch IV. Don't stop it. I don't need to say it, right? Like, we don't go touching shit in a hospital, for fuck's sake. Ooh, snake molds and moon molds. And then little normal round and square molds, so mostly pendants and earrings. Those ones are honestly the ones you practice with those first. The more round a mold is, the harder it is to get bubbles out. So I always practice with the square ones first. Ooh, when you have time later, have a look at the MSNBC YouTube. They had an interview with Jordan Klepper a couple days ago. Ooh, no, I have not. Unless you've already seen it, of course. It's called Jordan Klepper Returns. Ooh. With America Unfollowed. Ooh, and it's an interview of him? Ooh. Hold on. I'm going to copy and paste that so I can save it. I will look that up. I've never seen Jordan Klepper, like, outside of his character, for lack of a better word. You know what I mean? Like, not that he portrays a character, but, you know, his interview self. I've never seen him outside that. Cheers, Lizzie. I love you. Always and forever. What the fuck else are friends for if not to hold your hand when you might fucking have to get brain surgery? God damn. Damn. Cheers. Yep. Dilaudid is what I see on most patients who get really heavy duty surgeries. Absolutely, CJ. I've never seen, I don't think people get sent home on Dilaudid ever. I think it's just a drip medication in the hospital. But again, I'm not a nurse. I'm not a pharm tech. I don't know the drugs as much as they do. They're way smarter at that. If you unassign an order for any reason, the completion rate goes down. Even if, for example, you have to wait 20 minutes for the restaurant to finish an order, which is wow. No shit? Ew. That's bullshit, Kel. But what if a liquid seems like it could be fun? I mean, you got to be an adult about it. Just be honest and tell us what you put in your butt. Don't claim you slipped and fell on it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, no one's slipping and falling on a Grey Poupon bottle. Like, we all know what those look like, right? It's like a glass tuna can, but it's a jar. And that was the first thing I saw come out of a butt. No one's slipping and falling on it. Just tell me what you put up there so I can get it out. You know what I'm saying? According to their fucking ridiculous logic, you should just sit and wait and put up with everything despite the fact that they never pay enough to... Yeah, none of that makes sense. The businesses are gonna go under. Seriously. Like, there's gonna be so many of you that can stick around, and then the rest of people are gonna be like, this isn't fucking worth it with gas prices and etc. You know what I mean? Seabot, not even a joke. I couldn't joke. I mean, I have too many... I'm not even funny anymore. I have too many real stories to even make up stories anymore. Like, if you were like, tell me three truths and a lie, I'm so bad at that, because it's mostly all of it. I've seen it. I can't think of anything I've seen not pulled out of someone. People love to shiv shit in their ass. It's crazy. Shiv shit? Shove shit. I spent a week in the psych ward last month. I egged a building and did donuts in the grass at a strip mall. No charges were pressed, but the cops wanted me to go to the hospital. Did you feel better afterwards? I've self-admitted myself in the hospital before. Been there. I thought it would be a good idea to grab anything and everything in arm's reach. I wasn't actually paying attention to what I was grabbing. And that's how I got bit. I have been given Dilaudid scripts for post-surgery pain management a few times, even for minor surgeries, probably because I've been on pain meds for so long. What form was it in, CJ? Just out of curiosity. Was it a pill? I've just never seen it. But again, I honestly only worked ever in ICU. Like, I was told never go to the floors because you'll get stuck in them and you'll be dumb as a respiratory therapist. So I fought my way to stay in ICU and I never left. It was a pill. Interesting. I just never seen them. I've seen I've seen fent patches, fentanyl, and all. We even have aerosolized fentanyl. No shit. You can mist aerosol for people who are like have throat surgeries and shit like that. Seen all those, but Dilaudid I don't see as often. Oh, it's the Amazon hiring model. They think they can just literally burn through drivers and everyone can be replaced. Is Amazon learning from that? Like, I remember that statistic came out, like, they said they're going to run out of people to hire at a certain point. I said, what, in the butt? I said, what? It's Grey Poupon. It's always Grey Poupon. I mean, attack. Why would you? Fuck that. I don't know if it's dumb or like just so fucking horny. I can't come up because there's so many things you could put in yourself that aren't glass. And Amazon has a million things made to go in your ass for pretty cheap these days. You can get like, anonymously or not anonymously, but discreetly delivered to your front door, sometimes overnight, if not same day. That like you're just so fucking horny in the moment that fancy mustard does it. Like you're standing in the fridge and you see the milk and you got the munchies and then you start thinking about boobs or whatever, balls, it's cum, I don't know, whatever your thing is. And you're like, now I'm fucking horny. And then suddenly, yeah, stone ground mustard, asshole. I don't know what happened. Where's between point A and point B? I'm asking legitimately. I don't know. I don't know where the middle ground happened there. I mean, attack, that's good. Legit had a person upset the internet didn't work. I love IT stories. They're just so stupid. They had the modem unplugged. No! Okay, I gotta read this, C-bot. No! That's so much dumber than I thought it was gonna be. I'm sorry, nobody's dumb. Everybody has the potential. Legit had a person upset that the internet didn't work. They had the modem unplugged because it said it was wireless. I'm sorry, what? How did you go about... Like, is there a way to explain that and not be condescending in any way, shape, or form? Because I don't know. Including the power cord. My face hurts. No. That is... Ow. Reminds me of this joke. Did you hear about the constipated mathematician? He worked it out with a pencil. Okay, but no, I have a story that strangely emulates that a little bit. Does anyone know scientifically what the best thing to put in your ass is, out of curiosity? So honestly, the best thing to put in your ass that isn't connected to someone, i.e. not a dick that can't be like sucked up into your butt and taken on forever to the point where you have to go to the ER, is things that are under 3 to 5 inches long. And that's not like a professional number you're going to find in a fucking textbook. What that is the average length of someone's sigmoid colon. So you have, your intestinal mass nonsense. And throughout those, there are various sphincters, very similar to your asshole and your mouth, that close and open, letting, what you have chewed and masticated and what has been broken up into little macro and micronutrients by your stomach acid lets it slowly filter through your intestinal digestive system, because your intestines are actually where all the nutrients are absorbed into your body, not your stomach. Your stomach's just like a breakdown holding tank, kind of. So everything goes down in your intestines, and slowly it lets it go through, and then shit gets absorbed, no pun intended, through the intestinal lining, and that's how we get all of our good stuff, right? So throughout, it's the same kind of valves that are throughout our vascular system. So throughout all of your vessels, your veins and arteries, we have little valves that control the flow of blood, so that when our heart pumps blood, it doesn't just pool in your feet unless you sit for too long a period of time, which, every couple of hours you should be standing up and stretching and getting some circulation going. But we've got valves that do that as well. And if you've ever seen, just as an example, but not all of them, a lot of heavy weightlifters will have huge bulging veins up and down their arms. Not like the ones that you get here if you're kind of skinny. I'm talking the fucking abnormal ones. Those are where their blood pressure has remained at a high, kind of dangerously high level for an extended period of time, and it can bust through those vessels. There's various other reasons it can cause, but it's basically there's no more valves in those vessels. They've broken. So what happens is those vessels, there's no control of blood flow, so they're just dilated 24/7 all the time, and they're full to max capacity. So when shit goes down your intestinal system, your sigmoid colon is at the base of your intestinal digestive system, and it's right before your butthole. And that essentially is the holding tank for a shit. When you get those cold sweats in traffic and you're like, oh, it's going to happen now, it's because your sigmoid colon has filled. Those two sphincters are holding tight. The one is your butthole to keep you from shitting your pants. It's full. Beyond, if you go the opposite direction of your intestinal system, so if you go from B-hole back, beyond that sigmoid colon is where we no longer have control of pushing stuff out. You have a kind of a non-thinking nervous system you don't have to think about. Like our heart beats on its own, our liver and our guts just do their things. We breathe without thinking about it, things like that. You have a nervous system specifically built to run that. And it also includes your digestive system. All the way down your intestinal system is this smooth muscle type that's doing an action called peristalsis, where it basically undulates, pushing the poop through your body as those sphincters allow it to go through. And we don't have to think about that. So when you actually like bear down to take a shit, what you're doing is you're increasing the pressure in your abdominal cavity as much as possible to make less room so that your body goes, oh, we should poop it out to make the room for whatever's causing this abdominal pressure. So if you are putting things in your anus that are over 3 to 5 inches, depending on how long and girthy your sigmoid colon is, you run the risk of it going to that place where we no longer have control and you have to go to the doctor to get it out. I.e., I one time had a patient in the ER who had 7 vibrators up their ass at one time, one after the other, on. Because that obviously went beyond the point of no return. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that one movie about the pirates taking over the ship with the guy from Castaway. Look into my eyes. I am captain of the ship. You are no longer captain of the ship past sigmoid point. You know what I'm saying? Flared bases, strap-ons, always something to hold on to. You don't want anything disappearing in your ass, basically. Like, that's not safe. You know what I'm saying? Was that a lot? That was too much. Yeah? Maybe. I apologize for the dump. I had to start at the beginning. I'm too much of a full picture kind of person. Like, I'm a wire. Yeah, like something designed to go in there. Who the fuck is sigmoid? Exactly. Honestly, I think it is the name of someone. Is it the name of someone, sigmoid? I don't remember, but I think I learned it at one point. It's been a very long time. I don't know why I still remember all that. I haven't learned that shit for years. It stuck. Honestly, because your digestive system has a lot to do with your whole body health. I learned that just working in a surgical center, the number one thing that tends to get diseased and that we cut away is your digestive system. Because it tends to get the most abuse. You know what I mean? 6 is the limit. Honestly, if we're going for averages, I wouldn't push like a 5-inch whatever. You know what, CJ? Let's go this way. Put whatever you want in your butt that's designed for butts. Don't be putting like glass jars and shit in there. Don't be one man, one jar. Let's not do that. Make sure it either has a flared base or a tail or something to hold on to that stays outside your body, right? Sigmoid is a shape, but it's also, I think it's an angle, but it's also a name. I don't know. It's been a while. You know what I mean? Always have, like, that's the point of, like, butt pearls, like the little pop, 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 like, you still have a tail to pull out of. Like, you just want to be using sex toys meant for your butt that you can get out your ass. Unless you really, I mean, have I ever, oh my God, I think I told you guys the story one time ages ago, but I haven't told it forever. It's almost the end of stream, which is crazy. I can't believe that. Stream flew by today, but I'm glad to be kind of back. Raging headache, but I'm getting there. Periods suck. Being female sucks. So this was my mom's. This is my mom's story. So my mom was also a respiratory therapist. She just retired this spring. She still works PRN every once in a while, but one of the last good old stories I got from Ma. It's a good one. So when you work in a hospital, I really think it's every area of the hospital. I myself have not worked in every area, but I've heard the term quite liberally used. It's called a frequent flyer. Basically, a patient that's in and out of the hospital constantly for one reason or another. Everybody knows them. They're on first name basis with almost all the doctors, all the nurses. Everybody knows that person. We just call them a frequent flyer. So my mom has this patient, X, who was a frequent flyer for getting blackout drunk and then impaling their anus with things that are not anus shaped, sized, or otherwise. Like so strangely angled and sharp that your first reaction after the x-ray is how'd they get it up there? Your second reaction is how do we get it out? Your third is do we have room for surgery? Like, is there time to book this guy in right now? So he'd been in and out my mom had seen him like 1 or 2 times, I guess. And it was, I mean, one time it was apparently like a toy horse, but it was big. Like the body was like this, was, like 8 inches, but then it was like a ceramic toy horse, like one would put up on the mantle, but also play with, I guess. I collected horses when I was a kid too, big My Little Pony girl, but I don't think they have a name. They're not ceramic because they're not delicate. They're plastic. Anyways, but they looked really nice. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. It was big, lots of sharp angles, nothing bended, nothing. I mean, come on now. It had like ears like the devil. That was up there one time. So my mom had only seen him a couple times only. And she tells me that this one night she's working in the ER and she took a shift from somebody. And she gets called down there because they need to take a patient to surgery. So she goes down and starts getting a ventilator ready, and she notices it's this dude that she's seen a couple times, and he says hi to her, hello, Miss You, and he's like, she's hello, X, how you doing? And he's about to get wheeled into surgery, and he goes, God, eighth time this year, and my mom's like, I'm sorry, what? And he just looks at her deadpan, and she has no idea what's up his ass this time. No idea. Apparently sharp enough and big enough that they can't just pull it out. They have to go in for surgery again. And he goes, yeah, they say this is the last time they'll cut me up for it, though. After this, they're just going to take everything and give me a colostomy. I guess I should find a new hobby, huh? And then they wheeled him off, and my mom never saw him again. Like, that's your neighbor, though. That's your child's teacher. It's your teacher. It's the nice old man across the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're looking at your garden gnome like, I'm going to sit on that. A toy horse? That's not so bad. I would assume he came into the hospital in stable condition. That's what you get for that bullshit. Is that a cry for help? She said apparently he would get literally blind drunk before he did it every time, and that was an excuse, but I mean, my mom was the same. Like, my mom was mostly ER, and I always worked ICU, so we were both only there when the patients were critical. If they got better, we didn't really get to see it. That kind of sucks. I've seen x-rays of Buzz Lightyear. That's a big toy. Oh my lord, no. Something hit a button. Oh my god, cut and run. I'm not even kidding you. I have a story similar. Not as bad, though. That's horrible. So this was mine. Kid comes into the ER waiting room. And he says, I slipped and sat on something and it's stuck in my ass. And the nurse is like, are you bleeding? Are you currently in pain? Like, is this an emergency? Like, can you wait for 1 minute while we find a room? Because, ERs are always packed, blah, blah, blah. And he's like sitting there like, yes, fine. And he goes and he sits, which is crazy. I think I don't remember if he sat or not, but anyways, he had a friend with him. And long story short, it was like a hazing thing for college. I didn't go to a college. I don't even think there was a college in my area that had a Greek system of any shape or kind. So I have no idea why there was any hazing happening. So maybe it was a dare. I have no idea, but neither here nor there. Long story short, he was dared/hazed into sticking his cell phone up his ass. And his friend, who kindly escorted him to the ER and was waiting in the waiting room with him, was sitting next to him calling it on repeat. So the front desk of the nurses station, where we usually have someone working that checks patients in and everything, and then you can see the nurse station in the back, they can hear and then a couple minutes would go by. For like 5 minutes. This was in the days of Nokia bricks. So that thing would have survived up in his asshole for the end of days. Like he would have died with it in his ass. And they had to go to, I think they got him to poop it out. They gave him enough Senna or something to get him to shit it out, because they were like that big, but kind of colon size. You know what I mean? Like we've all laid a shit kind of that, maybe not that shape, but that was probably one of the most wild. I didn't get to stay for anything. I was just called down because it was going to be maybe surgery. But when it turned out not surgery, they were like, you can go. But what a fucking wild way to go to the ER. So if you're ever embarrassed to get, just your balls checked out, cough for me, or just to get a pap smear, think about. You know what I'm saying? I wish I knew the song I was playing. I have no idea. But the hospital's seen everything ever. Go get your vaccination, get checked out, and please vote. You don't want. I mean, just make sure there's a flare base, right? They do hazing in your unis. Really? Societies. It's weird as fuck. It's like the sports societies with all the posh kids. Apparently they have to pee on each other in SA first years in clubs and shit. That's disgusting. I went to a really liberal kind of nerdy school, I guess you would call it, where it was kind of expensive, and people that went there basically were there to get the fuck out. I never heard of any society shit or any hazing. I have no idea where this kid came from. But I think UW still has a Greek system. It might have been them. I have no idea. Honestly, because of what was happening, they might have driven way out of their range to go to a hospital that they knew nobody at, because I don't know. Maybe. I wonder how happy he was with the vibrations. I fucking wish I could have just been there to watch the whole scene. I was there for such a short amount of time. It was very unfortunate. Eventually, we will stop making objects without flared bases. Someday. I mean, a Grey Poupon bottle. We've all seen One Man, One Jar, right? Don't do that. Imagine if that guy is in here right now and he's like, well, I am that, so I am the yardstick. You are the yardstick, sir. You are the yardstick. How are you? I hope you're okay. No shit, weirder shit has happened, Lizzie. You remember... Fuck, this was a while ago. It was one of the TwitchCons before COVID. On my way home, I had to punch a guy in the chest because he was having a heart attack, kind of. It sounds so weird to say. There was a guy having a heart attack on the plane, and when they said, is there a doctor in the house? Not one fucking person stood up. I was on my way home from TwitchCon, my dudes. Hungover as fuck, sick beyond reason, probably had Paxpox, very not in the mood, and nobody stood up. And I was like, I'm not a doctor. I'm a respiratory therapist. What's going on? And she goes, we have someone having a heart attack. And I was like, bitch, this is my job. Let's go. And it was a kid who was coming from Mexico, who went to Mexico for a bachelor party and lived off of cocaine and alcohol for 7 days. And then on his way home, or no, while he was there, his fiance cheated on him. So it was just this whole situation. He told me the whole thing on the flight because I ended up sitting next to him and making sure he was okay. But he ended up having a panic attack that resulted in heart palpitations. And don't ever do this. Unless you're a medical professional, this doesn't exist to you. But there's one thing you can do if you catch someone in the moment of a heart attack, and it's called a precordial thump. And basically what's happening when you have a heart attack is one of the nodes of your heart isn't firing because blood is no longer being delivered to a portion of your heart because, i.e., plaque has broken off, there's a clot, so on. There's a million reasons it can happen. So a portion of your heart is dying. That is what a heart attack is. And if you see it, like if you know what you're looking, again, this doesn't exist to you. If you're not a medical professional, this isn't real. But if you know what you're looking for, and I worked in a heart center for ages, I was very familiar with it. You can punch them in the sternum as hard as possible and dislodge that clot before the heart starts dying in one portion. It only takes a few seconds for hearts to get necrotic tissue, like to die from a lack of oxygen. And so long story short, saved a kid who was killing himself on cocaine. And I'm not kidding you. He's checked in with me multiple times. Like he went and found me on Twitter right afterwards and wrote me a thank you letter that was so nice. And then multiple times in the past, like 4 or 5 years, I want to say, it's been a while, I'll just get a random hit up like, hey, I just want to say you changed my life. And I'm not saying this to toot my horn, like fuck my own horn. I'm just not going to let a kid die on a plane. Like, I mean, kid, he was like 22 or something. He was young. Like, fuck, who the fuck would? He's written me a couple times to be like, you changed my life. Like, I really spun myself around and got mature after that. And I'm just like, man. By the way, after I did all of this, a doctor stood up and was like, oh, sorry, I didn't hear the flight attendant ask for anyone. Do you need any assistance? And I was like, this is too much like a hospital, ma'am. And if you're here, doctor, be better. It was too real. It was too real. I ain't gonna toot my own horn. I did nothing that anyone else wouldn't have done. If there was a nurse on there or any other RT, they would have done the exact same thing I did. I was just, it was appalling to me that I was the only one, but not actually. They just didn't hear. And I was like, do you have a bag on you? And she's like, yeah, I have some metropolol and I've got this and that. And I'm like, bitch, you had everything. Get out. Get out. Because I can't, I'm not, when you don't, the whole like, I guess point or the perk of a doctorate, being a doctor, as in my friend Neuro is a doctor. Dr. Neuro is an actual doctor. He is a doctor of neurosurgery who now works with the CDC to try to get them to do the right thing. He's an amazing human being. The cool thing about having a doctorate is you can prescribe and you can give drugs. Nobody else can, not even a nurse, without a doctor writing a script. So if I'm the only person who responds as a respiratory therapist, which my license is basically on par with a nurse, I can't give them anything. I have to watch them die legally without risking my license being pulled. Now, would I, ClassyKatie, fucking watch someone die, or would I pull out my med kit and give them some? I think you all know the answer to that because I'm not going to watch someone die, and this is what I do for a living now. Even though I don't want to risk my license, like you never want to do that. Like I'm not going to fucking start feeding people Dilaudid drips. Like let's not. But you need a doctor or an NP, yes, PA, NP, anyone who can write a prescript, yes. They're basically on par with a doctor. What those are is a physician's assistant and a nurse practitioner. Nurse practitioners, I think, I mean, what can't they do? They can have their own practice at this point, I think. They're great. Oh yeah, my lady doc's an NP. She's fantastic. I love her. Yeah, lady docs are amazing. I mean, lady docs, NPs are amazing. They can also write a script, but you have to have someone like that to give literally anything. And do you want to know what the number one drug is that we give to you in the hospital? Drug? According to every rule ever, oxygen. I couldn't even fucking give you oxygen, technically, without a doctor's order. So her being there was so fucking, it was just infuriating. Well, I mean, I stream for a living. I'm a full-time streamer because unplugging Nana for a living was really depressing. Did you read her the riot act? Man, I was just so sweaty and anxious and hungover. I don't remember most of the interaction with her. I just remember being like, we're fine now. Because she didn't get up for like 15 minutes. Oxygen is a fucking drug. Not even kidding you. It was the first question on my licensing test. It was like, you're presented a patient with blah, 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 blah in the ER. What is the first drug you administer? Or wait, out of this list of drugs, or out of this list of something. Which one's a drug that you just gave them? And it was oxygen. I got it wrong. I'll never forget. Yep. Oxygen's actually stupid expensive in terms of what the hospital pays for it. So is marijuana. It's free, right? I'm a hardened drug addict. Who isn't, though? I mean, if you eat sugar, you're a drug addict. Let's be honest. NPs are great, yeah. But I can't. I mean, I couldn't even. Technically, having a medical license means I can't give a friend an aspirin unless a doctor prescribes it. Because of the knowledge behind my whatever. It's like having a black belt in karate or whatever and having to acknowledge that your hands can kill people. I think it's something like that. Like, I'm not out to kill people, but I could. And so I have to, like, acknowledge that. Breathe, bitch! Seriously. I mean, we do prescribe oxygen in the hospital. Like, if you're on a nasal cannula, we're watching it, and the meter on the wall, we write down all the liters. Like, we usually start people on 5 liters. We watch your oxygen stat, and we start to leak it down. We don't want you on oxygen. Like, we don't want you dependent on it, but we watch it, and I fucking chart it every 3 hours, and we charge you for it. Most hospitals charge for all the oxygen you use because it's expensive. Like, if you ever drive behind a hospital and you see what looks like a water tower, that's the oxygen tower. And then next to it will be, like, a bunch of tanks of different colors, like red and yellow and green, and those are like nitrous and helium for heliox therapy and all other kinds of gases we have to pay for and leak into humans to try to save them from themselves. Aspirin, any kind of drug. Yeah, and like I'm nationally licensed as a healthcare professional, but as a respiratory therapist or a respiratory nurse, basically you have to get, in most states, you have to get specially certified in their state. So I don't have to take the whole test over again. All I basically have to do is notify the state's board of whatever. Like in Maryland, it's the Board of Physicians. In Washington, it's a different board. I can't even remember what it's called anymore. But you have to notify the board, hey, I'm moving to the state and I want to use my license in this state. And they go, okay, you have to pay us $360 every 5 years and do these continuing education credits to prove to us you're not a piece of shit. And I can do that in like 3 states, but nationally, because I have a national license, if I'm driving down the road and I witness a car accident happen, or I come upon a car accident that has obviously not been reported or has not been, what's the word? Dealt with, there's bleeding, dying people, fire, nothing's happened. I, by my license and by like the Hippocratic Oath, I have to stop and see if I can help a human being. I cannot walk away from a human having a heart attack or choking in a restaurant. I can lose my license. If someone like recognized me and somehow reported me and was like, hey, I saw licensed respiratory therapist ClassyKatie walk out of a restaurant while someone was dying to death of choking on a snail, I can lose my license. That's malpractice. And that's national, though. That's across the board. Just because of, and I think that's anyone with a nationally accredited medical license. Correct me if I'm wrong, nurses and docs, if you want. I think. Thank you, C-Town. I tried to do something fun and Halloweeny since my uterus sabotaged us. Don't they have oxygen bars? I mean, they do in like Vegas, but I think legally they have to have one nurse or something. They also have places in Vegas where you can go. Vegas is a very strange island, though. I don't know about the legalities of Vegas or anything. I know you can like get a banana bag. Like there are people that will drive around like a bus, like what looks like a tour bus or something, and they'll stop and you can just go in and get an IV banana bag if you're hungover. I don't know how the fuck that works. I'm gonna be honest, it's very weird. No idea. When you have a CDL, you're required to stop at accidents. No shit. I mean, that makes sense. I think my dad's told me that before because he has a CDL too. The 2 cups of kiss my ass meds for a-holes, if only. I know, bud. He's telling me it's the end of stream and it's time for WALK. How do you know? Nobody knows. I've seen him. They do this to Zach as well. Those of you that hang out when we raid Zach, my dogs do this to him at 7. It's very weird. How do you know? He's my boy, though. This is my boy Trickster. He looks very Halloween. Oh, and there's Lilith biting his face officially. Vegas doesn't have any laws, only suggestions. That feels about similar. That feels about right, yeah. I mean, Vegas it's like if you've ever wanted to see what America would look like in a petri dish, like Vegas. You know what I'm saying? It's like just this hyper concentrated area of fuckwittery. It's crazy. Grew up going there almost every year because we would fly into Vegas and then drive to Arizona to see my grandparents. So we'd always stay a night. My parents would like go dancing and the kids would have free reign of Circus. And holy shit. It's scary now. When I was a kid, it was more about like seeing like gangsters and shit walking up and down the strip with their like women. Oh, Lilith's humping trick now. It's happening. Don't look. Scott, isn't it? Oh my God, maybe I can talk Zach into doing that tonight. I don't know. I was supposed to go to a concert, but I'm all period tired and grumpy and migrainey. I love Indian food. Was it just as good though? It wasn't like a first time like, oh, this is really good just because I haven't had Indian in a while. It was like dope the second time. Please confirm. Not if you drive a FedEx truck. You're told not to stop unless you were in that accident. Most logistics companies have the same policy. I would imagine if you're a delivery kind of truck, that makes sense because people would fake accidents to get you to stop and then steal your truck. I mean, literally like XXX style. It was for 13 damn years of marriage, and no, that place is fucking amazing. Yes! Oh my God, 13 years though. Congratulations. I forgot you guys got married on Halloween already. We talk about it all the time. That's probably why. Congratulations. That's and the fact that you like, I mean, you might not think so, but I can see that you like don't hate each other, and that's saying a lot. Hello, Adam. Thank you for resubbing the class, keeping the class alive, giving it 8 swings, homie. How are you? Oh, she's going at it again. It's happening. The domination. My poor boy. Oh, no shit. Not for that reason at all. FedEx doesn't want to see that truck on the news. Wow, I thought it was because the shit would get stolen. That's interesting. If it isn't, two of my favorite dogs. CK. No one I'd rather rot with. Isn't that the sweetest? That's the fucking sweetest. Also alive. Alive. A lot less blood, but alive. Working in an environment for observation is super rough for me. I definitely curl up and hide under my blankets. It's why I have to live alone too. I'm very much into being curled up in my blankets. I conglobate pretty much every night. It makes me feel safe and I enjoy it. Thank you for that resub, Adam. I appreciate you. I know you can. I was just trying to catch up on chat. It's so hard to show you guys my precious black poodle, because it's unless you see his little milk tin or his teeth. He's just the most beautiful void boy. He just, oh, bless you, Bubba. Bless your heart. Yes, Adam. The last 3 days I was just like in a state of give me an ice pick or keep the sharp objects away and deal with it. American healthcare. Who's going to take care of the luxury hand teeth bones? Not me. You guys should go and eat there sometime, Katie. Oh, really? The staff is great and they play Bollywood music videos. Shut up. I love Bollywood though. Dude, she's humping him again. What the fuck? Wait, is that real? What is that though? Wait, no, what is that though? Zoe, what is that though? Is that when you want her to wait? When you want her to use more teeth? Najeel, thank you for being awesome and hanging out and making me laugh like a dumb hoe today. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Why is Lilith humping him? Oh my gosh. So dogs hump as a dominating strategy. So like she thinks she's more ahead of like the pecking order. She thinks she's ahead of him in the pecking order. And so when I allow him to come on my lap and he pushes her away, her way of saying fuck you because my dogs aren't violent is she'll just start to hump the shit out of him. And eventually he'll be like, nah, bitch. And he'll like at her. But she only does it because she wants to be pet. Like she just wants to be like first. You know what I mean? Which one farted? Wait, which one farted though? Because yes. I want to get a ClassyKatie shirt. I want to get ClassyKatie to make a shirt that says, this is down for regularly scheduled maintenance, so responses are limited. Oh my God. It'd be beautiful. But it'd have to go on like panties. Oh, wow. The dogs in the neighborhood are lit up outside. I can hear them. I don't know why every once in a while, every dog in the neighborhood just, oh, I bet the kids are walking home from school. That's what it is. Children. Children. I mean, it is. It's honest. They're precious. I mean, you just unplug my headphones like a douche. Lilith, she'll do it to him. Like sometimes what she'll do instead of humping him into getting away from me or whatever is she'll grab like one of his favorite toys and start playing with it like she's having the fucking time of her life by herself. And he'll be like, I want to play. And he'll come over. She'll just dead drop it and sprint to me as fast as possible and jump on my lap and then just look at him like, bitch. She's a bit. They're too smart. They're cunts. She's going to. This is a PG-13 stream, madam. Can you hump something else elsewhere, please? This is terrifying. I do. It's on Designed by Humans. I've got some merch on there. I need to add new merch though. It's been a while. I've been working on trying to design some emotes or learn how to design some emotes. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Is it time? All right. Let's find someone cool to raid and then we'll go. I just miss my friends. Can you blame me? She's like, I need to shit. Can you blame me? Ma'am, nobody cares about your shits. I know. You're a needy. Look at these feet. God damn. Look at that foot. You got huge feet, madam. This is my selfish lady. You are cute, though. At least she's fucking cute. Hey, my girl. Yeah. Maybe we go outside. Do stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. Precious. Oh, is Valen live right now? Yes, let's do that. Hold on. I was just trying to pull up my my following list. They should be on there. Yes. I usually listen to whoever we host on our walk. Because the dogs are conscious. I usually will listen to whatever we do while we're walking and chime in when I get a moment. Because it's fun to just listen for a while. My follow list is just show me the live. Who the fuck? I don't want to see anything. What? I don't want. What? Help! I'll just search. Fuck you. Haha. I found. My computer is cook. It was wonderful to see y'all today. And I don't mean that lightly. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I fucking missed you. I hate when my uterus takes out myself, and I still to this day question how. It doesn't make any sense. But I love you deeply. I don't know what day it is, what year it is, what month it is. I know nothing. But I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. Yep. We're gonna read Valen right now, and you're gonna have a good time, I promise. Oh, trick is they're my dogs. I don't want to swing. I'm gonna fucking chop your neck off one of these days, and I'm gonna feel horrible about it, dog. There we go. All right. Take your joy. Wash your hands. Pee after sex. Allow yourself to get penetrated safely with flared bottom things. I love you. Bye. We'll talk tomorrow. I was gonna say, I've got some extension cords, and I'm gonna try the cooking stream tonight to see if it works, and we're gonna cook tomorrow, and that's what I got. Yeah, I got extension cords. It's not nearly as exciting as I thought it was gonna be. Really, I'm just trying to separate all my fucking electricity shit so I don't short out my computer so I can cook this stuff because I really want to cook and eat stuff with you guys. That's it. I'm not a chef. It's gonna be terrible. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. What the fuck?